viewing support. Thank you, Bubble. I appreciate you. You really? It's for real. Travelers. Wait, that's nothing. I've never introduced anyone as travelers before. Paranormal travelers. Welcome, everyone. This is not what's happening today. There we go. Perfect. Suck my dick, it's Paranormasight 2. I don't know why I've been saying it exactly like that for like the past whatever. But oh my god, folks, I'm so excited. I'm so super duper excellent excited for Paranormasight 2. I love Paranormasight. I hate that Square Enix like shadow dropped it out of nowhere, did not advertise it except to like emails in for like, okay, so here's the Paranormasight story, right? I got like emails starting from like a week before Paranormasight 1 came out from Square Enix because I have been a Square Enix customer in the past. I was like, huh. Yeah, this game looks kind of cool. Murder mystery game kind of thing. No spoilers, but play Paranormasight: The 7 Mysteries of Honjo. But yeah, then the game came out, and nothing. Like, I was not informed that the game was out ever. I just had like 2 different marketing emails. And yeah, the game came out, and yeah, the next thing I knew, I was playing it on my Steam Family Share because my lovely girlfriend has it and was like, you gotta play this game. And I was like, shit, I know what this game is. I've seen this game before. And it turned out to be one of the best visual novels I've ever played in my entire life. So if you haven't played Paranormasight, that's okay, because apparently you don't need any Paranormasight knowledge for this game. But also, if you haven't played this game, which is very unlikely because it just came out today, you should not watch this stream, because there will be spoilers, and Paranormasight is like... Well, Paranormasight 1 is one of those games where, like, if I could literally, like, I could not play that game again and enjoy it the same, because because I know too much about it. You have to go in blind. But because I really love Paranormasight, we're gonna be taking the whole UI off. It's just gonna be game. And if you're still watching and you don't want to watch the game, you should not be watching right now. Let's play Paranormasight. This menu music is also just like immediately killing me. It's so fucking good already. I just want to listen to this for a little bit. Also, get on the mermaid train. We love mermaids here. Who is the composer for this game, actually? Just really quickly. Hidenori Iwasaki. Hidenori Iwasaki. Okay, what else did you do? Because I don't actually know. Oh, you did Crystal Chronicle? Wait, hang on. No. Wait, IMDb does not have like a good... IMDb does not have a good like info. But he is a Square Enix composer. So he did stuff for he did stuff for Vagrant Story. But his first like composing job. Oh, he worked on Final Fantasy XI? Oh shit. He worked a little alongside the composers Naoshi Mizuta and Nobuo Uematsu, but worked with Tanioka most prominently. I see. Interesting. Yeah, so he did Final Fantasy XI. He did, and then he was like Tanioka's protege. So they did Crystal Chronicles together. And then he broke out to do solo work for Front Mission 4, which is insane. The Star Onions? Yo, okay, hang on. Wait, stop it. There is more Final Fantasy like band lore. The Final Fantasy band lore. Okay, so you know about the like the Black Mages, which is Nobuo Uematsu's band, and you might know about the Primals, which is Masayoshi Soken's band that mainly plays like Final Fantasy XIV music. There is a band called the Star Onions, which is Iwasaki and Tanioka, and Mizuta is in it as well as Tsuyoshi Sekito, and I guess they're the Final Fantasy XI band? Question mark. That is fucking insane. Also, this biography does not list anything for him past 2005. Because this page is clearly from... Oh wait, this page is from 2010. Oh, so what did he do after that? Well, shut up, he's doing Paranormasight. He also did Stranger of Paradise, Chocobo GP, Lamau. Left Alive? What is Left Alive? A 2019 action-adventure stealth game? What? It's the first survival game in the Front Mission series. What? Do I need to play Front Mission? Is Front Mission any good? Who the fuck knows? Maybe someone... Wait, hang on. Quick little aggregate review scores. Oh no. Okay, so Front Mission on Metacritic has 72 out of 100 specifically for the DS version. Front Mission Gun Hazard was given a 7 out of 10 by Fun Generation. Famitsu gave Front Mission 2 a 32, so, you know. They also said it was the 63rd best game on the original PlayStation, Front Mission 2. Okay. Front Mission Alternative was good but too short, says GameSpot. Front Mission 3 could be a good intro to the West, but the graphics are worse than Front Mission 2? Question mark. And then ... Front Mission 4 has a 75 on Metacritic. Front Mission Evolved on PC has a 63, and that's its highest score. And then Left Alive has a 40 out of 100 on Metacritic on PC. Oh no. IGN called Left Alive a failure on every level. Oh no. Destructoid praises the game's soundtrack and art direction. Well, yeah, that's understandable. Highlighted the low-resolution graphical textures that gave the game a drab look. They also noted laughable enemy physics, where killed enemies' bodies would jump in the air however they died. Okay, this sounds like an capital B bad game. But it sounds like it would be actually like pretty fun. Do I play Left Alive at some point? Probably, but right now we playing. Hang on, wait a second. There's a cursor here. Don't capture the cursor. There is a, oh, okay, interesting. Okay, that's better. We changed the capture method, and now we get the funny Paranormasight cursor. Okay, I'm glad I picked that up. Let's play Paranormasight 2. My apologies for the wait. Welcome, welcome. How wonderful it is to see you again. I am the storyteller, your guide to the world of Paranormasight. Now then, I understand you might be keen to dive into our story. But there are some important matters I must address first, so please bear with me a little while longer. First, this game uses autosave. The game will automatically save at regular intervals, so you may stop playing at any time. Yeah, the other thing that I really love about Paranormasight is it just like, it breaks the fourth wall all the time. It's so good. Next, please look at the upper right of the screen. This is the menu button. From here, you can check the text log, view files, and adjust your settings for auto mode. Profiles, interesting. You can also adjust the volume and other game settings in the options menu. If you find that certain effects make the text difficult to read, you may turn them off. Teehee. I'd recommend you check the brightness, controls, and other settings now before continuing. Files updated? How to play? Yeah, okay. Easy. Middle click for menu. Right click to cancel. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, great. Confirm. Usability. Press and hold the cancel button to fast forward through the game. This will skip through all content regardless of whether you've previously read it or not. Okay. There is no... There is... Oh, I have no files. Firstly, options. I love how, like, games always want you to have, like, no brightness. It's insane. That's actually insane to me. Okay. Controls. Lamau. Okay, that's fine. Now, let us go over the basic controls. When the game is in your control, you may drag the screen to look at your surroundings. You will once again become able to move after this, so try taking a look behind you by turning back to me. Okay. Wonderful. Well done. Wonderful. You were close. You may also select the face of an individual in front of you to talk to them. Please, go ahead and try with me. Bravo, a fine display. There are times when you will be presented with options such as these. Do not fear, you will come to know where we are eventually. Once you have seen everything an option has to offer, a checkmark will appear next to it, like so. Is this your first visual novel? Let me explain how clicking works. Who am I? Oh, so you've forgotten who you are, have you? But there's no need for concern. It is for that reason that I am here to guide you, after all. You may be confused at first, but continuing through the story should allow you to remember your true objective. That is all for my explanation of the basic controls. I will explain other essential functions when the time is right. I really like that the graphics kind of look like a little sketchy. Like these like extra lines here. Just like kind of makes it look a little unpolished, and I really like that. Ah, yes. There is one more thing I wish to confirm before we continue. As you may know, I previously served as guide to a different tale in the world of Paranormasight, one concerning the 7 mysteries of Honjo. You wouldn't happen to be familiar with the events of that tale, would you? Oh, shit. I am. Is that so? So we have met before then. You looked quite different during our previous encounter, so I failed to recognize you at first. My apologies. In that case, there is nothing I need warn you about. Okay. Shit. Damn, I should have picked I'm a new player. Well, I believe I've kept you waiting long enough. The tale you're about to experience concerns a number of legends passed down in Ise Bay, a stretch of sea bordering Mie Prefecture. Specifically, those legends involving mermaids. Yes, as the subtitle suggests, our subject this time is the widely familiar mermaid. Since ancient times, a great many legends about mermaids have been passed down in countries all around the world. In Japan, many of the legends famously include the idea that eating their flesh grants immortality. The tale of Yao Bikuni, which continues to be told in such places as Wakasa Province, modern-day Fukui Prefecture, is perhaps the most well-known. These legends have spurred those with a yearning for immortality to seek out mermaids since ancient times. Of course, as I just mentioned, these are only some of many legends concerning mermaids that exist across the globe. Indeed, many have sought out mermaids simply due to fascination with their status as rare and mystical beings. They have also served as the inspiration for countless creative and artistic works throughout the ages. It would seem that mermaids possess a mysterious charm that has captivated the human heart for myriad reasons, irrespective of era or culture. New files. Mie Prefecture, located in the eastern part of the Kii Peninsula in central Honshu, Japanese mainland, and falls within both the Chubu and Kinki regions, measuring 170 kilometers from north to south and 80 kilometers from east to west as a narrow, elongated shape. and is known for its rich natural diversity that differs greatly between its northern and southern regions. The varied and abundant nature of Mie Prefecture has led it to be known as a land of great beauty since ancient times, even back when it was still known as Ise Province. It was also purported to be the land whither repair the waves from the eternal word, which led to the establishment of Ise Shrine as a place of enshrinement for the goddess Amaterasu. The eternal world is said to be a realm across the sea, separate from the one in which we live, often described as an eternal paradise. Ise was seen as the land where the waves from this world continually broke, connecting the material world and the world beyond. Famous spots and scenic vistas. Hang on, copy. Yeah, if I'd have waited any longer, that would have been cold. Ise Shrine, Isechi route of the Kumano Kodo, a series of ancient pilgrimage routes. Birthplace of the Iga Ninja Clan. Birthplace of the Isehei Clan. Suzuka International Racing Course, of course. Toba Aquarium, Ise-shima National Park, and many more. Specializes in pearls, Ise lobsters, abalone, turban shells, oysters, and other marine products. Ise udon, Matsusaka beef, and many more. Ise Bay, also known by the name the Sea of Ise. Ise Bay is an enclosed bay located in central Honshu. Although its exact range varies, in this game it refers to the area of sea surrounded by land up to the line drawn from Cape Irago in Aichi Prefecture to Cape Dio in Mie Prefecture. That seems like a lot of water. You're saying that this is like... This is maybe like 100 kilometers from north to south here. Mermaids. A flyer of a mermaid, also known as Kairai. A general term for a half-human, half-fish being. The first recorded appearance in Japan of a creature believed to be a mermaid was more than 1,300 years ago in the Nihon Shoki Chronicles of Japan. At the time, the term mermaid was not yet in use, and most records are anecdotal reports of sightings of creatures resembling both fish and humans in various places. In ancient Japan, as well as in other parts of East Asia, depictions of mermaids often blurred the line between human and fish, frequently portraying them as grotesque monsters. So I think the general consensus is that the mermaid legends came around from people seeing manatees, if I remember correctly. The Middle Ages saw the spread of the legend of Yao Bikuni throughout Japan, which claimed that eating mermaid flesh could grant eternal youth and longevity. In the early modern period, the image of mermaids diversified, attracting wider public interest. Miracles of Kannon. Mermaid mummies were exhibited in sideshows, and illustrations and literature featuring mermaids became more common. It was also during this time that the depiction of mermaids as having the upper body of a human woman and the lower body of a fish became more widely recognized. Although the details vary from country to country, the most common depiction of mermaids in the West likely stems from the sirens of Greek mythology, sea monsters that over time came to be represented as the familiar half-fish, half-human figures. These mermaids were thought to be more akin to spirits or fairies in nature, enchanting those who encountered them with their beautiful feminine appearance and singing voices. Oh yeah, this is right. Many records of mermaid sightings by sailors during the Age of Discovery have been preserved, and some theories suggest that mermaid sightings and their associated legends may in fact have originated from a sea mammal called a dugong. Dugong versus manatee? Who would win? Okay, they're similar. They're similar animals. They're both called sea cows, but they have like slightly different shapes. A dugong's tail is notched with two lobes, while a manatee's is a single rounded paddle. Dugongs have a downward curving snout adapted for grazing seagrass, while manatees have a shorter, more rounded snout with a flexible upper lip. There you go. Dugongs and manatees. How many? There are 53 of these. We're going to get them all. Back to the story. Ah, yes. The files added just now should provide a general overview of the terms that came up in our conversation. It seems you have already taken a look. But I do. Hey, don't look at my menu options, my menu activity. Words highlighted in pale blue usually indicate that there is a related entry in your files. Wait, is that? No, there's nothing new. Don't lie to me. Now then, allow me to introduce the primary setting of this tale. The majority of our story takes place on Kamishima, an isolated island in the waters of Issei Bay. Alright, tell me about Kamishima. An island situated between the Atsumi and Shima peninsulas and the most distant of the 4 populated islands under the administration of Toba City in Mie Prefecture. Has an area of approximately 0.7 square kilometers and a population of about 900. The island's name comes from the turtle-like shape, with kame meaning turtle in Japanese. Oh yeah, I see it. Famous for its karst landscapes and other beautiful scenery. Wait, hang on. Karst? That's a kind of rock, question mark? Formed by the dissolution of soluble bedrock, primarily limestone, dolomite, or marble, by water over thousands of years. Oh, sure, it's that, like, classic... Yeah, when you get, like, vertical sort of shards of rock. Kamishima is a popular location for tourists year-round. Recently, the island's youth organization has been leading a revitalization effort to boost the local economy and strengthen the community, creating an island logo and a mascot character, Kameshimaru, which are expected to bring more people to the area. Kameshimaru. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, no. That's just that. Okay, cool. You will experience events through the eyes of a young resident of the island, one Yuza Minakuchi. No more music? No more jaunty accordion? If nothing else, please remember that. Well, I believe this ends my initial explanation. Bon voyage, and do enjoy the tale. Okay. User, huh? Please note that one of the locations that appears in this game, Kamishima, is a fictional island with no counterpart in reality. Let me replace my coffee mug with my drink bottle so I can have water. Did you come to me, or did I go to you? I cannot recall whether it was a dream or reality. I cannot recall if I was asleep or awake. The Tales of Issei, Passage 69. Kari no Tsukai. August 7, 1980 something morning. Kamishima, Southern Sea. Right, this should do it. All good to go, user? Yep, ready as can be. I feel so light, I bet I can even outswim a shark. No, more than that. I was born for this moment. The legend of Kamishima's patron saint of diving begins today. Minakuchi Yuza. Interesting. Tell me about Minakuchi Yuza. He's an apprentice armor diver. He's 18 years old. A young man born and raised on Kamishima. Although generally quiet and serious, he has an eccentric side that often sees him make jokes and wisecracks with a straight face, catching whoever he's talking to off guard. After losing his parents in the large-scale maritime accident 5 years ago, he was raised by his grandmother, veteran armor diver Tsuyu Minakuchi. He briefly found work at a seafood processing plant in Toba after graduating high school earlier in the year, but upon hearing that Tsuyu had injured her leg, forcing her to retire from diving and causing difficulties in her daily life, he quit his job after only 3 months and returned to Kamishima. At present, he is caring for Tsuyu while looking for work on Kamishima, and has recently made the decision to follow in Tsuyu's footsteps and become an armor diver himself. Although he has been unable to bring himself to enter the sea since the disaster 5 years ago, I love the disaster. It's always so like ominous. Like, what was it? What happened? What was the disaster? He's hoping that his previous aptitude for swimming will lend itself to a natural talent for armor diving. His current diver rank is 1. What do you mean diver rank? Quiet and introverted as a child, he began to show a more animated side upon befriending Azami Kumoi, a boy his same age, and it eventually became a common sight to see them getting up to mischief together. Although the maritime disaster 5 years ago saw a drastic shift in the way most of Kamishimima's inhabitants treated Yuza, Azami alone continued to treat him the same. Even now, it's not uncommon for Azami to find himself caught up in Yuza's eccentric exploits, but he's always quick to laugh and follow his lead. Okay, so we're this guy. Well, that sounds pretty impressive. But this is your first time diving out in the bay, so don't push yourself too hard, alright? Yeah, I know it's my first time, but somehow I'm brimming with confidence. I just know I can land a massive haul if I try. Hang on, what is armor? Okay, so they are just diving. Well, I'm glad to see you're raring to go, but make sure you don't go too far from the boat at first. Best friend. Azami Kumoi is a fisherman. A young man born and raised on Kamishima who's been friends with Yuza Minakuchi since childhood. He has a friendly and caring personality, and his willingness to help those around him has made him someone islanders of all ages rely on in times of need. His father was a fisherman, and he accompanied him out to sea on his boat from a very young age. As a result, he grew up never doubting that he too would one day become a fisherman. After his father died in a maritime disaster 5 years ago, the same one, perhaps, his mother, an armor diver, took on the responsibility of raising Azami and his much younger brother on her own. During the closed season for diving, when his mother worked on the mainland, Azami was responsible for looking after his brother. After graduating middle school, he refused his mother's suggestion to attend high school, quickly obtained a 4th-class boat pilot license while helping with fishing around the island. He is now able to take his father's small fishing boat, the Sayun Maru, out on fishing trips on his own. He has a frank, easygoing relationship with Yuza, his childhood friend, and the two often get up to mischief together. Although he was happy for Yuza when he left to attend high school on the mainland and later found a job there, he also felt somewhat lonely. For this reason, he secretly welcomed the news that Yuza would be leaving his job and returning to Kamishima to take care of his grandmother. Okay, so is this the same disaster 5 years ago? 5 years ago. No need to worry, Azami. You just focus on getting the grill ready. We're having a feast tonight. I'll hold you to that. Kasploosh. The diving minigame will now commence. Follow the instructions to get used to the controls and then press dive when you're ready. What instructions? What instructions? Hello? Okay, Yuza. This is your first dive, so you won't want to stray too far from the boat. Remember to swim up when you want to come back to the boat. If you don't remember anything else, remember that. Okay. Beep. Whoa. Only 2 controls are needed. Move mouse to look around and left click to perform action. The available action will automatically switch between swim, harvest, and return to boat depending on the situation. Areas where sea creatures are located will be marked with an exclamation mark. Begin by looking around to try and locate any potential catches. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's the boat. Okay. I have, like, an air meter. Oh my god, this is so Japanese. Your oxygen gauge will decrease while diving. Be sure to go back to the boat before it runs out. You can return to the boat anytime by turning your viewpoint upwards and selecting return to boat. Your remaining oxygen will continue to decrease on the way back, so don't wait until it's too late. What do you mean dive failed? Terrifying experience at sea? Give me a better tutorial! Shit. Can I get one more? Probably not. Jeez. Okay. All right. So the armor specifically are free divers. There's no like scuba equipment. All right, I'm not gonna get greedy this time. Just go back up. Oh my God. Give me a better tutorial. Diving. A higher level means you can stay underwater for longer. A higher level means you can swim faster and return to the boat faster. Higher level means you have an easier time gathering sea creatures. And a higher level means you can detect sea creatures from farther away. Well, obviously I need more fucking oxygen. That covers the basics for underwater gathering. Replay the tutorial? No, I get it. Okay, looks like you're all warmed up. Let's go out a bit further so you can look for something bigger. The biggest catch you can get at this time of year is probably abalone. Snagging just one is something to be proud of. But remember that sea creatures are living things. They'll change places every time you dive, so be careful. Tell me, oh, diving controls? Yep, sure. Diving tips. Perfect harvest. When using your harvest action, a perfect harvest may occasionally occur, instantly depleting your target's resistance gauge with a single action. The higher your diver rank, the more likely you are to achieve a perfect harvest. Information on your catches. Each catch has individual variations. The lowest and highest amount of points you've achieved for each catch will also be recorded. Once you record the highest and lowest limits possible for that catch, a star mark will be added next to those point values. Oh, interesting. Gathering log. A noble scallop. A bivalve with shells that come in a range of bright colors such as red, purple, and yellow, also known by the local name of appagai. A purple sea urchin prizes delicacy throughout Japan and particularly known for its round shell and long spines. Its peak seasons from June to August. Okay. Armored divers. All the famous products of land and sea. The term armor, most often written with characters meaning sea and woman, generally refers to women who freedive for shellfish, seaweed, and other marine products. It is said that they practice freediving both to prevent overharvesting and to help protect the marine environment. Although armor divers operate in many regions in Japan, the Toba and Shima regions are known for having the highest number of armor divers. These regions also exhibit customs unique to the area, such as the practice of carrying objects with the Seiman and Doman symbols to ward off misfortune. Seiman and Doman? Wait. Okay. Sure, I'll figure that out later, I guess. Even within Toba and Shima, rules and practices can vary greatly. For example, the practice of wearing white attire over the wetsuit is a common practice only in the Shima region. Despite the high population of armored divers in Ise Bay, there are none to be found north of Ise City. This can be explained by the difference in the seafloor composition between the two areas. While the sandy seafloor near Ise allowed for net fishing, the rocky seafloor in the Toba and Shima areas made net fishing difficult, leading to the adoption of free diving as an alternative. Oh, cool. Abalone harvested by armored divers in Kozaki Town and Toba has traditionally been processed into ceremonial dried goods known as noshi awabi, which are then presented as an offering at Ise Shrine. This practice is said to have originated when Yamato Hime no Mikoto, the princess who enshrined Amaterasu at Ise Shrine, was searching for a suitable food to offer to the gods. When presented with abalones by an armored diver named Oben, the princess found them exceptionally delicious and decided that abalone would be the primary offering for the region. As a result, the armored divers of Toba and Shima have a strong connection to the region's Shinto rituals, and there are some regions where they perform ritual dances as offerings during Shinto festivities. Note, although armor is sometimes written with characters meaning sea and man when the diver is male, this game uses only the traditional characters of sea and woman when the language is set to Japanese. Okay. So, I'm going to be reading all of these files because in the previous Paranormasight game, that turned out to be very important. It's not like you have to master everything all at once. We can take off whenever you're ready. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to dive again. Sploosh. May I please have... Oh, look how much more oxygen I have now. What the fuck? Insane. Oh, that's also like going down over time. Greed? Greed? Oh, holy shit. No, we're good. Okay. Perfect. Yo, what's this? A little oyster or something? I think gathering is also the thing that we want here. What if we just like max out the diver rank to like 20? I think. No, 16 should be the oh my god, there's no things here. Wait, why is this one orange? This one's yellow? Oh. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. All right, I like this already. Just have this mysterious little like, huh, what's this? What's this thing? Diver rank 3. Swimming level? Probably searching level is not like super important. Wait. Files. Gathering log. Tell me about a turban shell. Sea snail commonly enjoyed as sashimi or roasted whole in its shell. Nocturnal by nature, it feeds on seaweed and other food attached to the rocks it lives on. Okay. Cool. We dive again. Sploosh. So obviously, like, you want me to go over here eventually. I like that we take this little rock with us. 4 of those. Let's just keep investigating. We got some sea urchins. Probably not likely to find... Oh shit. No, go up, go up, go up, go up. Oh, we're fine. Totally fine. Gathering complete. Huge points. 125. I want more oxygen. Reach diver rank 5. Okay. I'm down. I want one more level before we go to this thing. Like probably one more level in swimming, I guess. Oh, all right. I see. The amount of like diving XP that you need starts going up quite drastically. I like the audio cue when you get a perfect catch. One more. Greed. Give me. All right, nice. Gathering complete. Yo, huge points. New record, 177. Yeah, let's get one more point in swimming for now. Although searching might also be good to get next, I think. No. Let's think about it. Think about things. Obviously, the going back up to the boat is the thing to remember. All right, we ranked up. One more point in swimming. There's totally going to be an achievement for getting full points before even going into this little crevice, right? All right. We're interested in... Oh, wait. Where's the... Oh, it's over here. Oops. Hello? That's our dead body. What the hell is that? No, get away from me. Ah! Yes. What a perfect opening. Show me tastes of the future. Oh, dive failed. Retry. Wait. Wait, what do you mean? That's not that's not story? Oh, yo. Give me this. That's an abalone. Maybe that's story. What the fuck? Why was that not story progression? Okay, even having played Paranormasight 1, I still don't know what to expect from this game, I guess. Stop diving. I should have got a searching point. Right, let's leave it at that for today. Good work out there, user. I don't know what accent I want to give Azami. You managed to get a fair bit of diving in, huh? I bet you feel like you got a better grasp on things now. For sure. I feel like my diver rank's gone up, at least a bit too. So, do you feel any different now? Did your body undergo any weird changes? Nope. I feel exactly the same. Nothing's changed. I'm the same old user I've always been. I guess we were a bit off the mark, huh? So, what do you want to do now? Should we call it a day? Azami. Before we head back, can we talk for a bit? Sure. What's up? Think. I'm still struggling to process what just happened. I've got to tell Azami. Kameshima is located in the waters near the entrance to Ise Bay. As such, there are strict regulations on both the times and places armor diving is allowed. Oh, that's it. This fishing boat, the Sayun Maru, belongs to Azami's family. I don't have a boat of my own, so Azami was kind enough to bring it out for me. It used to belong to his dad, so it's getting on in years, but he takes good care of it. It seems he's hoping to keep using it for years to come. That island on the horizon is Kamishima, where I was born and raised. Oh, that's it. Any other cool? The sun. Oh, let me look at Azami. This is Azami Kumoi, my best friend. I've known him since we were both kids growing up on Kamishima. When I told him I wanted to become an armor diver, he was quick to offer his full support. All right. Let's chat. So, when I was diving just now, a giant hole in the seabed you'd never heard of before? Yeah, the rocks around it looked like they'd only recently collapsed. So I think it probably opened up within the last few months or so. Now that you mention it, there was a pretty big earthquake around here around 3 months ago. What voice is this? Maybe that had something to do with it. Oh, that's right. That would have been before I got back. Anyway, if you saw a giant hole on the seabed, you'd be curious about it, right? I sure would. Curious enough to try to take a look inside? It'd be pretty dangerous, but I guess I might, yeah. Right? So I went closer to try and get a better look. Did you see anything? Well, when I looked down into the hole, a ghost or something that looked just like me suddenly rose up from the depths. A ghost that looked like you? It swam towards me with its hand outstretched. It looked like it was trying to hand something to me, or maybe it was trying to tell me something. Man, what did you do then? Did you take its hand? I did. I felt like I couldn't resist somehow. I guess even the patron saint of diving does foolish things sometimes. The only thing I was a patron of was carelessness and a lack of proper vigilance. It sounds like there wasn't much you could do about it, though. Hey, user. That thing you ran into. Do you think it could have been a Tomokazuki? Tomokazuki? Alright, tell me about Tomokazuki. Huh? You never heard of it? Well, I guess not even all the folks around here know about it either. It does sound familiar, though. The Tomokazuki is a sort of ghost story around these parts. The story goes that sometimes, when diving, an armor diver will come across another version of themselves, an exact copy. That other version of them will be holding out something they want, like an abalone. Something they want. And when the diver reaches for it, the Tomokazuki grabs them and drags them to the bottom of the sea. Whoa, that's scary. But wait, the Tomokazuki I saw wasn't holding anything. It wasn't? Well, that's different. Maybe it forgot it at home or something. Don't be so blasé about this thing. At home, huh? The abalone? Yeah, the abalone. Maybe it left it at home. Huh. Maybe the Tomokazuki is more careless than the legends let on. You're pretty forgetful though, so maybe it became such a perfect copy that it imitated that aspect of you as well. Oh, that damn Tomokazuki. It knows my every weakness. Now that you mention it though, I think I do remember that story from when I was younger. I guess the fact that I forgot the story really proves how forgetful I am, huh? No worries. It was a while ago, you know? A Tomokazuki, huh? But why would something like that be here? So, did anything happen after you took its hand? I don't really remember. When I came to, I was back outside the hole. I thought maybe I'd blacked out due to a lack of oxygen and it had been some sort of hallucination. I see. Yeah, I guess that's possible. But if that's the case, that means I stopped you just to talk about some hallucination I saw. And that would be super embarrassing. Some people do say the Tomokazuki legends might have come about because of divers seeing things when they ran out of air. But hey, it's no big deal even if it was a hallucination. The most important thing is that you're safe. Still, I can't help but wonder about a hole suddenly appearing like that. Yeah, it's pretty weird. By the way, you know those symbols on your diving gear? Symbols? Yep, Seiman and Doman. The armor divers around here all have them somewhere under their outfits. I keep going into like some like American guy. Oh, this was my mom's gear, so I didn't know. People say those symbols work as a charm to protect divers from the Tomokazuki. Interesting. But if I ran into a Tomokazuki just now, wouldn't that mean the charm didn't work? Maybe, but it could be thanks to the charm that you made it back safely. The sea's a dangerous place even without the Tomokazuki around. Things could have been even worse without the charm to protect you. I see. So without this charm, I really could have been attacked by a shark. Glad I had it then. Seriously, a shark would have been no laughing matter. Tomokazuki. A long time ago, in a small village on one of the islands in the Issei Sea, there lived a young armor diver known for her exceptional swimming skills. One day, the wind was strong and the waves were higher than usual. Undeterred by the turbulent weather, the young diver dove into the sea, but couldn't find even the smallest shell to bring back, let alone any abalone. Determined to find something, she dove even deeper into the ocean, until she paused, sensing a presence behind her. Turning, she felt an undeniable sense that someone was watching her from a shadowy crevice in the rock. Finding this strange, she ventured closer, only to come face to face with a diver who looked exactly like her. As she floated there, stunned, the other diver extended her hand. In it was an abalone, larger than any she had ever seen. The young diver was mesmerized. She had to have that abalone, no matter what. She reached out her hand to take it. Suddenly, when her fingers were mere inches away from the abalone, the other diver's hand shot out and grasped her arm. Shocked, the young diver frantically struggled to pull away, but it was too late. Slowly, inevitably, she was dragged down into the depths of the ocean. Over time, this being came to be known as Tomokazuki, Together Diver, due to it taking on an identical appearance to its victims. Divers are warned never to accept Tomokazuki's offerings in the depths, lest they suffer the same fate. The Tomokazuki is still greatly feared by armor divers in modern times, and the Seiman and Doman symbols inscribed on items they take with them when diving are charms said to protect them from it. Seiman and Doman. Protective symbols widely worn by armor divers in Shima and Toba. The star-shaped symbol is known as Seiman, and the lattice-like symbol is known as Doman. The two symbols are often embroidered side by side or drawn on clothing using purple dye made from shells. They are worn by armor divers when diving to ward off potential disasters that might befall them at sea. Seiman and Doman. I seem to recall... Yeah. Seiman was like... someone from Paranormasight 1. But I don't remember Doman. Seiman Tsuchimikado. Hey, Azami. About the Tomokazuki just now. Yeah? Look at this, it's a hyperlink! Do you think it has anything to do with what we're looking into? What are we looking into? Unlocked past recollection chapter, user Minakuchi. Something I want to do. Oh, hey dude. My apologies for the interruption. I'd like to take this chance to inform you about a unique ability of yours, the recollection feature. But to make things clear, I must first tell you about the story chart. From here on, you will return to this screen, the story chart, at breaks in the story. You see, the story you will witness will not necessarily unfold in chronological order. This Come on, Gramps, I've played a visual novel before. This screen will allow you to see where each chapter lies in the grand scheme of things, as well as select where you wish to proceed to next. If the icon for a chapter is not dim, that indicates that it has not been fully completed. Generally speaking, completing a chapter will unlock the chapter immediately after it. However, there will occasionally be times when a recollection button will appear during the story, as you experienced just now. Pressing this button will allow you to delve into a memory evoked by certain words in the text, which will in turn unlock a new chapter, a past recollection chapter, for you to experience. A most remarkable ability, is it not? Your ability is you can play more of the game than other people can. Once you've unlocked such a chapter, it will become available in the story chart for you to peruse as you wish. This ability will be key in unraveling the tale before you, so do be sure to press the recollection button when you see it come up. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Bows at you. If so, could your mom have become an armor diver because she wanted to find the Tomokazuki? But she wouldn't have worn something with this charm on it if that were true, right? Good point. Is that all you wanted to talk about? There's more. Actually, this might be the most important part. I realize there's something I need to do after this. Something really important. Hey, so you found a lead down there after all. I'm serious. If I don't pull this off, something terrible is going to happen. Hey, I believe you. Go on, tell me everything. Well, here's the recollection, so let's do this. A day before he sets off for the sea as an armor diver, Yuza Minakuchi asks Azami Kumori to meet him at the Kanteki Sho ruins. Oh, found a typo. August 6th, 1980X, afternoon. I see. If you say you want to be an armor diver, then of course you've got my full support. But something tells me you're not just doing this for two. People are bound to talk if you become an armor diver here. You must have some other reason, one big enough to risk everyone running their mouths. I knew I couldn't hide anything from you, Azami. Wouldn't take me even 0.2 seconds to see through one of your lies. So what's up? Tell me everything. No. These are the ruins of an old wartime building, the Kanteki Sho. The building's been abandoned, so hardly anyone ever comes here, which makes it the perfect place for private meetings. Tell me about the Kanteki Sho ruins. The remains of this wartime structure are located atop a hill in eastern Kamishima. It was constructed to observe the impact points of shells fired from a test firing range operated by the former army ministry at Cape Irigo on the opposite shore. Similar observation facilities were also built on Sugashima Island and in Ijika, a town on the Shima Peninsula. Having been abandoned after the Second World War, the observation post has since fallen into disrepair, and entry is now forbidden to the general public, except for people who want to have secret meetings. Tell me what's in that there secret meetings. What y'all doing in that secret meetings there? Right. Oh, it's an L-shaped building. I see. Or it's an L-shaped room. There's more building back here. Even though he's got a lot on his plate, Azami agreed to meet up the moment I said something. He's been looking out for me ever since I came back. I couldn't ask for a better friend. Oh. Hey, Azami. What I'm about to say is going to sound pretty crazy. You still want to hear it? Sure, bring it on. Thanks. I'll come right out and say it then. I'm looking for a mermaid, and I need to find one by tomorrow. Hello? Shit. Of course Azami's going to take it in stride. Oh, a mermaid, huh? And by tomorrow at that. That's going to be tough. I'm being serious. In fact, I've never been more serious. I really do have to find a mermaid by tomorrow. I can tell you're not joking by the look on your face. You've got some sort of reason for saying this, right? Go on. I'm listening. Thanks, Azami. I should be able to tell Azami everything, right? Is it okay if I talk a little about the disaster 5 years ago? The disaster, huh? If you're okay with it, sure. I was in middle school at the time, and my parents had taken me out into the bay on a little fishing boat. This massive storm came out of nowhere and sank all 3 fishing boats that got caught up in it. I was the only one who survived. Yeah, it was really terrible. The Southern Sea disaster. Oh shit, here we go. A localized storm that broke out in the sea to the south of Kamishima around 5 years ago, resulting in a maritime accident in which a total of 10 people went missing. 3 fishing vessels that had set out to sea from Kamishima were suddenly caught in an unanticipated storm and foundered, leaving all but one of the 11 fishermen and armor divers on board missing. When the ships were later dredged up and searched, not a single body was discovered. The sole survivor was Yuza Minakuchi, who was a middle school student at the time. His parents, Tosuke Minakuchi and Mare Minakuchi, as well as Azami Kumoi's father, Kyokichi Kumoi, were among the victims. Okay, so they were connected. Locals in the area reportedly heard an eerie rumbling from the sea on the morning of the incident. List of casualties. 1. Medium-sized fishing vessel Daiichi Kyosui Maru. Foundered. Captain Kyokichi Kumoi and all 5 crew members reported missing. Small-sized fishing vessel Omei Maru. Foundered. Captain Yukichi Nishikawa and 1 passenger, identity unknown, reported missing. 3. Small-sized fishing vessel Minakuchi Maru. Foundered. Captain Tosuke Minakuchi and 1 other crew member reported missing. 1 passenger recovered with slight injuries. Dissociative in amnesia due to psychological trauma. Oh, hi user. When the boat the Minakuchi family was on was about to sink, Mari and Tosuke Minakuchi put a lifebuoy on their son, Yuza, and helped him escape the boat before the waves engulfed it. Despite the slim chances of survival in such a dire situation, Yuza was miraculously found drifting in the sea the next day, still wearing the lifebuoy, and was successfully rescued. Although he had no external injuries, the shock of the accident had left him in a state of confusion, and he has little memory of what happened at that time. The accident plunged Kamishima into a state of deep sorrow. Fishermen and armor divers temporarily stopped fishing to mourn, and a memorial was erected to honor the lost. Perhaps due to his memory loss, the sole survivor, Yuza, appeared relatively composed in contrast to the grief of those around him. Many found this unnerving, and Yuza became increasingly isolated from the rest of the community. Ah, that's why they hate him. Azami Kumoi, himself having lost his father in the accident, tried to support him however he could, reasoning that he was still better off than Yuza, who had lost both his parents before his very eyes. As investigations continued, questions arose about what the Minakuchi family had been doing in the vicinity of the disaster, despite not having gone out to fish. Yuza only remembered his parents telling him to come with them, and the purpose of their excursion remains unclear to this day. It was not long before speculation began that Mare Minakuchi had done something to incur the wrath of the god of the sea, and the Islanders of the undead type are stronger in this shit. Already suspicious of her due to her mysterious background, were quick to condemn her, citing the sudden, localized nature of the storm. In contrast, only words of sympathy were spoken for her husband, Tosuke. As rumors that Mare had brought disaster to Kamishima continued to spread, Yuza's grandmother, Tsuyu Minakuchi, sent him away from the island to board at a high school on the mainland. She had sensed the islanders' resentment beginning to turn toward Yuza, and hoped to shield him from becoming an even greater target of their ire. That's nice. Even now, 5 years after the accident, feelings of animosity toward Mario Minakuchi remain deeply ingrained in the people of Kamishima. With the truth of the accident still shrouded in mystery, deep scars and suspicions continue to linger in the hearts of many of the islanders. Okay, so everyone died except Yuza. He doesn't remember it. And yeah, okay. So, what about the disaster did you want to talk about? Well, I've recently started to remember some things about what happened. For real? I know your memories of the disaster were kind of hazy due to the shock. But it's great that you're starting to remember. Oh my god. My larynx is not liking this voice. Oh, but I guess it's not exactly something you'd want to remember, huh? Sorry for getting all fired up. It's okay. It actually hasn't bothered me as much as I thought it would. Thanks for worrying about me, though. It's just that the things I've remembered are a bit strange. Wing. So I couldn't bring myself to say anything. Sorry for keeping quiet up to now. Strange, huh? Well, I can see why you'd want to keep it to yourself, all things considered. Don't sweat it. So, about the accident. When we ran into the storm, our boat got caught in a whirlpool and started to sink. My parents gave me a life buoy and lowered me into the water. They were frantic, and I was too stunned to do anything but go along with what was happening. I can imagine. That must have been really scary. The waves were knocking me around, so it took everything I had just to hold on to the buoy. In the end, I just watched as the boat was swallowed by the water. I couldn't do anything else. There wasn't anything you could have done. It wasn't your fault, Yusa. But right after that, this huge wave came crashing down on me, and I got dragged down into the depths of the sea. Lifebuoy and all. Huh? You got pulled under, but I thought... Yeah. Up until now, I thought I managed to miraculously stay afloat until I got rescued. But I remember now. I was pulled down underneath the waves. Oh. I remember being caught in a current and tossed all about underwater. I couldn't breathe. I was so sure I was going to die there. But then someone grabbed my hand. Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying? I was barely conscious by that point, so it's not like I saw them clearly or anything. But I'm certain someone was there with me. Someone who grabbed hold of me and pulled me to safety. And from what I remember... You're saying they were a mermaid? Exactly. So you were saved by a mermaid? I'm sure of it. And it looked exactly like what first comes to mind when you hear the word mermaid. A real mermaid, huh? But it was a really extreme situation, so it's entirely possible I was just seeing things. Which would mean I called you out here just to talk to you about some hallucination I had. And if that's the case, I'm gonna be super embarrassed. Don't zoom in on his face for that. I mean, you're standing here talking to me now, right? So you must have gotten out of that situation somehow. I can't imagine any normal person being able to stay afloat in a storm like that, let alone managing to save someone. Same. You'd have to be some sort of superhuman or something. Or not human at all. Man, who would have guessed there were mermaids here in Issei? If I really was saved by a mermaid, I owe them my life. I'd like to thank them in person if possible. Makes sense. So that's why you're looking for them, huh? I don't think so, because why would it have to be before tomorrow? Well, if we manage to find them, I gotta thank them for saving you too. So, I was thinking of heading to where the disaster happened and diving there to see if I can find anything. Wait. Are you sure? You almost died there. I'll be fine. In fact, since I've never gone near there since the disaster happened, I was also thinking. I'd like to do something to honor my parents and your dad's memory. Yeah. I'd like to at least offer flowers, if nothing else. The others here have always kept their distance, but it's not like going there is forbidden or anything. Let's do it. Thanks, Asami. I owe you one. But there's no guarantee the mermaid will still be around there, right? I'm thinking it'd be good to have more of a lead before we head out there. About that, do you mind if I say something crazy? Again? Sure, what's up? You remember my mum, right? I love how Azami just takes everything he says in stride. Of course I remember Mrs. Murray. Oh, pretty. Well, she wasn't originally from Kamishima, but she met my dad when she moved here and ended up marrying him. But even to me, she never seemed to really fit in here. Well, I can't really disagree there. She never spoke to me much either. Some people even outright told me not to talk to her, you know? Said she was suspicious because we didn't know anything about her. Stuff like that. Ah, small community logic. I guess that's understandable. She didn't really involve herself in community activities and almost never participated in local events. It felt like she was always keeping a distance from the other islanders somehow. 20 years here and she was still considered an outsider. Yeah, I never knew how to bring it up to you, but I always kind of wondered, was there some sort of reason for that? Not as far as I know. Dad and Gran never seemed to mind, so I figured that's just how she was. But looking back at things now, it was pretty weird. Mum profile. Yuza Minakuchi's mother. Having gone missing in the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster 5 years ago, she was declared dead a year later after search parties found no sign of her. More than 20 years ago, Mare Somekawa arrived on Kamishima with no possessions to her name, expressing that she had taken a liking to the local environment and wanted to move there. However, she remained tight-lipped about her background, only revealing that she was from a small town out in the mountains and that she had to leave her home for undisclosed reasons. And although her request to move to Kamishima was accepted, many islanders remained suspicious of her. After settling on the island, she showed an interest in the armor lifestyle, and eventually took it up after displaying a talent for freediving, with Tsuyu Minakuchi acting as her instructor. During this time, she grew close to Tosuke Minakuchi, Tsuyu's only son, and eventually married him a few years later. The two would go on to have a son of their own, whom they named Yuza. Despite this, Mari was unable to fully shake the air of mystery that surrounded her. Many islanders continued to question whether her presence on the island might cause trouble down the line. Something of a free spirit, her non-conformist ways and somewhat naive personality meant that she was often absent from local activities, leading to further criticism from a portion of the population. Like me, I don't do local activities. Some also reported frequently spotting her wandering the island after she first moved there, seemingly looking for something, or catching sight of her doing something on the shore in the middle of the night. Fortunately, her mother-in-law, Tsuyu Minakuchi, was a person of no small influence on Kamishima, and no one dared to openly persecute Mare under Tsuyu's watchful eye. The three generations lived peacefully under the same roof for more than 10 years, until the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster tore them apart. Since her disappearance in the disaster 5 years prior, a growing number of people have accused her of somehow being responsible, citing her various instances of suspicious behavior as justification. Okay. Well, I guess even I thought she was a bit of an oddball at times. You say that, but I think you're getting to be pretty similar to her. What? Really? Yep. What's that saying? Marching to the beat of your own drum? You're both like that. Really? I never realized. I've been so blind. A blind fool. Yep, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. I love that Azami is wearing a Kamishima shirt. But why'd you bring up your mom all of a sudden? Well, looking back now, there were a few things that always bothered me. Oh? For a start, no one ever told me where my mum was from. She was also a natural at armor diving, but I never saw her eat any seafood. And sometimes at night, she'd suddenly say she wanted to go look at the sea before going out and not coming back for hours. Huh. I guess that is all pretty weird, yeah. That's not all. When I was sorting through my mum's belongings, I found this. We usually keep it in the family altar, but I brought it along today to show you. What is that? A fish scale? It's huge. It's got to be at least 7 or 8 centimeters long. I always just figured she'd held onto it because it was a rare find. But once I remembered the mermaid, I began to wonder, what fish could this scale have come from? And why was my mum holding onto it? Whoa, hold it right there. You're not saying... I am. The mermaid who rescued me back then was my mom. What do you think? I don't know. It's pretty out there. Could that even be possible? So your theory is that your mum used to be a mermaid, but she became a human so she could live among us? Well, among us? Doot, 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 doot. Yeah, but she turned back into a mermaid when the disaster happened and wasn't able to come back afterwards. How does that sound? Sorry, sorry, I'm just laughing at my own joke. Don't mind me. Oh my god. Nobody finds me as funny as I find myself, I swear. I don't know. But after hearing your story, I can't just dismiss it out of hand either. If that's really the case, and my mom really is still out there in the sea somewhere, even in a different form, I was thinking it'd be nice if I could see her again. It might be because they're still treated as missing instead of dead, but it still hasn't really sunk in that my parents are gone. No, your mum has been declared dead. What? Your mum has been declared dead. What are you talking about? I know what you mean. Sometimes it feels like my pops is just going to show up at home again like nothing ever happened. Though even if your mum's alive, I guess it'd be hard for her to show up if she's back in her mermaid form now. If my mum really does have some sort of connection to mermaids, then maybe that was the reason she never really fit in here. Might help clear up any mistaken impressions the others have of her anyway. I see. So you think that by trying out armor diving like your mum did, you might be able to find something out? And maybe if you're lucky, you'll run into a mermaid in the process. Yeah. And if I really am descended from mermaids somehow, it's possible that diving might awaken something in me. Oh shit, have you ever seen that movie Selkie? From 2000. This is a movie. It's an Australian film about a Scottish a Scottish legend. And like when you go in the water, you become a seal. No one has seen this movie. Can I just paste this on here? I can't. How the fuck do I put an image on here? Okay, hang on, wait, save image. Save this image. Can I just drag it in? OBS, you're so fucking useless actually. Alright, fine. Fine, I have to make a new fucking image. just so I can show people this fucking movie. Look at this image. Oh my god. This movie is from 2000. And being a 10-year-old in 2000, I used to want to become a seal. I just remember scenes of this guy like in the bath, like scenes of this guy in the bath just like turning into a seal. So I would actually like swim in the bath as a 10-year-old and pretend to be a seal. It's very funny. Anyway, all right. Hadn't thought of that. I guess if your legs suddenly become fins, we'll know for sure you're a second-generation mermaid. Okay, I think I've gotten the gist of what you want to do now. Thanks for understanding, Azami. I haven't been happy with how people have been treating you ever since the disaster either. And what they say about your mom. If there's anything I could do to clear the air, I want to help. Thanks. I appreciate it. No, I don't know how people will react if you suddenly start talking about mermaids. Might be best to keep quiet about that part for now and just say you're looking into your mom. What do you think? Yeah, I think that would be best. Okay, now we got that settled, how about we head out tomorrow morning? That sound good to you? Yep, I've been doing some training in secret, so I'm all set. Lamau? Still, having to find a mermaid by tomorrow is pretty sudden. What's up with the tight deadline? Thanks, Azami. I was wondering that myself. Well, sorry, I can't say right now. If we manage to find one, I'll explain everything. I promise. No! User, stop, please. Well, as long as you tell me later, it's all good. Oh, here's an idea. If you're in that much of a rush, how about we talk to Tsukasa and Sato? Maybe they'll be able to help out. I wonder. It would be nice to have more help. But would they even believe me? The whole thing is pretty crazy after all. Besides, Tsukasa's going back to the mainland soon. I'd hate to bother her now. True. Still, knowing Tsukasa, she might be surprisingly on board with the whole thing. I love more friends. Give me more friends, please. See? I knew he'd be here. Whoa, speak of the devil. Oh, cuties. When did you two get here? Oh, talking about something you didn't want us to hear, were you? Boys will be boys, I guess. Oh, she's the childhood friend. Tell me about Tsukasa Awu. Awu. I know it says Awau. A girl born and raised on Kamishima. She has a bright, friendly nature and an inquisitive personality. Currently in her second year of high school, she boasts excellent grades and a sharp intuition. She's been staying at a relative's house in Ise City since last year in order to attend an all-girls high school on the mainland, and is currently back on Kamishima for summer break. Despite this, she frequently makes trips back to the island on weekends and has been trying her hand at underwater gathering since the current diving season began, having long been interested in the armor lifestyle. Her estimated diver rank is 6. However, her teachers have been strongly encouraging her to aim for a national university. Hey, my diver rank is also 6. She's been friends with Azami Kumoi and Yuza Minakuchi since childhood, with their close rapport making up for their difference in academic years, and it was more common to find her playing with the two boys than with the girls her own age up until middle school. However, since leaving the island to attend high school, she's grown more conscious of their age difference, and has put some distance between herself and them. She hit it off immediately with Sato Shiranami, a girl who came to Kamishima to lodge with the Wakamuras a few months ago, and was looking forward to showing her around the island and helping her adapt to life there whenever she returns home. 18 years ago, her still pregnant mother, Nagisa Awao, moved to Kamishima alone before giving birth to Tsukasa shortly afterwards. Tsukasa subsequently grew up in a single-mother household. Although she used to occasionally ask her mother about her father, her questions were always evaded, so she has since stopped inquiring. However, the fact that her mother never seems to have any financial difficulty despite not working has led her to quietly suspect that he might still be involved in some way. Alright, Tsukasa. Hey, you got us all wrong. We weren't talking about anything like that. Also, lesbian shirt? Question mark? Yeah, you gotta hear me out, Tsukasa. I was powerless to resist. I refused at first, but Asami insisted and... Oh? Tell me more. You might as well admit it, user. And Sato, what's with the sudden keen interest? Enigmatic girl, Sato Shiranami. Tell me about the house guest. A mysterious girl currently lodging with Shinobu Wakamura, a local Kamishima magnate. Roughly 3 months ago, Sato suddenly arrived on Kamishima claiming that she was the child of a relative of the Wakamuras. She showed no sign of attending school or doing any sort of work, instead spending her days holed up in the Wakamura household, leading many islanders to wonder just who she is and what she's doing there. Yeah, it's like half of these characters are like not islanders. It's insane. Those who knew about Wakamura's high-interest money lending behind the scenes speculate that she might be the daughter of one of his borrowers, sent to work as a domestic servant to pay off a debt. But Sato herself is extremely easygoing and doesn't seem to be bothered by the endless rumors. A huge television fan, she spends much of her spare time glued to the set in the Wakamura household, with her most recent obsessions being soap operas and 2-hour thrillers. However, she isn't all that fond of period dramas. Okay, sure. She's good friends with Tsukasa Awao, who's close to her in age, and the two can often be seen enjoying themselves wandering the island together. Well, that's nice. She's got a friend. Yeah, let's all calm down, okay? It's not like that. We were having a perfectly normal conversation. Yeah, sure. Anyway. Hey, just don't brush me off. You're getting pretty worked up, Azami. Don't act all innocent. You're the one who caused this mess, you know. Sorry to interrupt your fun, but I really did have something to say. Folks are worried you haven't showed up to the association meeting, Azami. You should probably get going. Oh, damn, the meeting! No, he's not American. It totally slipped my mind. Sorry, user. I gotta go for now, but I'll get in touch later. No problem. Thanks for coming, even though you're so busy. I guess we'll be on our way too, then. Sorry, but we've got some important business of our own to handle. We won't be able to help out with whatever you're up to. Oh. Advice. Unlocked. Brins. Oh, such a cute face. So you did hear what we were talking about. Only the part where my name came up. I didn't want to be nosy, though. I see. Well, thanks for coming all the way out here to get Azami. I don't know what you guys are up to, but you've piqued my interest. Be sure to tell me all about it later, okay? Anyway, see you later. Come on, Sato. Roger. Oh, one more thing. You better not forget about the day after tomorrow. Tell Azami he'd better remember, too. Sure, I'll tell him later. You already forgot. You already forgot. I know you did. Oh, it's Sato's chapter? Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, nice. I'm having a lot of fun so far. This game sure is a Paranormasight game. I can't decide. Let's keep going with user story. Wait, this looks like it's dimmed. You know what? Let's go underwater gathering from the menu. Ding-a-ling. We're gonna build our diving rank up. We build the diving rank up and we take some time just to think about what it is we have seen. So what do we know? We know that. Oh yeah, I need searching points. Give me searching points. So currently, user suspects that his mom was a mermaid. You know, that's not really helpful, user. I'm so curious about this thing, like why he needs to find a mermaid by tomorrow. Because that is actually wild. Oh. Give me this. Like, that's a pretty specific deadline. Like, is it exactly 5 years ago since the disaster? So they haven't really said, right? I can do one more, I think. Greed? Nah, it's fine. Totally fine. Give me pointers. Oh, bonus? What's this bonus? What did I get? Give me a searching level. We'll do one more. If I was Joseph Anderson, I'd be going. But I'm not Joseph Anderson, so I'm not going to do anything so wild. Oh yeah, now I can like find some stuff that's like out here, right? Oh, yo. Nice. I think if I didn't get that rock, I probably would have died. But instead, abalone for me. Massive points. One more track. Let's go down one more time. And we're just gonna go like over this way to the little crevice over here. Gonna mostly ignore stuff until we get in here, but one more. We're getting a little far away from the boat here. I kind of want one more diving point, I think. It's a few points. One more diving point. Alright, cool. We're done with diving. Return to the story chat. Alright, let's continue with Yuza's story. The promised day arrives. After their usual morning dive, the group of four meet at the dock. August 8th. This is the day after tomorrow that they were talking about.
Hey, Azami, Yuza, over here.
Oh, she's cute.
Good timing. I just got back too.
Well, Tsukasa, how'd it go? Grins.
Not too shabby if I do say so myself. Check this out. 2 whole scallops.
Seriously, Tsukasa, you don't get bragging rights for picking up 2 measly scallops.
Sure I do. That was hard work. You should be praising me.
Say, Yuza, how many scallops did you get on your first dive again?
43, I think. No way! Are you kidding me? Guess there's a good reason they call you the patron saint of diving.
That no one calls him that. Oh, dang it. Now my cover's blown. Well, it'll teach me to snag every scallop I see. Anyway, Tsukasa, don't let this get you down. You'll improve over time.
Man, I've been diving way longer than you, but you're better than me already. Some people are just born to be ama divers. If you ask me, all that matters is that everyone made it back safe and sound.
True. You always know the best thing to say, Sato.
But for the record, I would have preferred a bigger haul of scallops. Then we could have had a feast.
Guess I should have seen that coming. I need this outfit, like in particular. This is so fucking cute. I think this would look really good on me.
So, what's the plan for today? Remember, Tsukasa, it's up to you.
Oh, is it her birthday? Right, we promised we'd do whatever you wanted today. You name it, we'll make it happen.
Now that's more like it. Let's see. First of all, I want us all to go for a swim in the sea.
Oh, sounds great. Can't even remember the last time we did something like that just for fun.
Right? I want us to forget work and just enjoy the sparkling sea for a change. I even bought a new swimsuit for this. You've got one picked out too, right, Sato?
Sure do.
Then after that, when it gets dark, let's set off some fireworks. Ooh, fireworks. And then, let's have a barbecue on the beach and cook up everything we caught today.
Sounds like a plan. Just leave it to us. Everyone ready? Then let's do this. Oh, they're friends. They're friends and they're having fun. Ah, there's a shark and it's coming this way. Better watch out, Azami.
That was a close one, Azami.
What the heck? I'm a good swimmer, but there's no way I'm good enough to outswim a shark. Oh, shit.
It's okay. I'll keep it pinned down. Just get out of here while you can.
Oh, this is really cute.
And here, take this fin as something to remember me by. Keep it with you always. Sorry, user. I don't really dig shark fins all that much. Oh, my heart. Look at the sea. It's like there are diamonds floating on the surface. Really sparkles, huh? Sure is pretty. Ah, that shark's pretty cool. I should have picked a shark instead of a life buoy. But he's having such a blast, I can't bring myself to ask for a ride on it. Aw, that's a super cute image. Aw. I'm very grins about this. One grilled squid coming right up. Ah, don't throw it. It's piping hot. You're getting squid juice everywhere. Let's see how you like it. Catch this. That's hot. You did that to yourself. Hey, check out this huge sea snail Tsukasa caught. It's massive. That's right. I may still be a rookie when it comes to scallops, but I got a haul of sea snails to make up for it. So eat up, Azami. Have as many as you want. Hey, can I borrow that lighter? Sure. Want some squid too? Oh, so I can just grill it directly? Yeah, that's Kamashima's specialty. Fireworks-style squid. Wait, you're actually doing it? Ah, the juice is going everywhere. It burns. Whoops. Sorry, my hand slipped. There it is. The famous user one-man show. Oh. Okay, why are they being all cute, huh? I don't like where this is going. Oh, that's it. I don't like where that's going. Alright, give me more story then, I guess. Having grown close to each other, Tsukasa Awa tells Sato Shiranami that she has something important to discuss. Everyone's got something important to discuss in this fucking story. Sato, you got a sec? So, I was hoping to get a bit of advice. Thing is, you're the only one I can really talk to about this. Sure. What's up? If you've got a problem, leave it to me. Kamashima's living, walking, talking encyclopedia. Wow, that's a pretty impressive title, Miss Encyclopedia. Although I think the walking, talking kinda implies you're living already. Either way, I hope you can help. You know that even if it kills me, I'll squeeze every last brain cell I've got to help you, Tsukasa. Right. But you're supposed to be a living encyclopedia, so please don't go dying on me. Thanks for being there for me, though. Come on. Let's go somewhere with no one else around, then. Chuo Street. Oh. Pardon me a moment, young ladies. Yes? You mean us? Yes. Sorry for the trouble, but I was hoping to get some directions. Oh, are you here sightseeing? Welcome to Kamishima. Oh, powerful. These two people are so powerful. I love it. I'm afraid it's not quite as relaxing as sightseeing. We're looking for the Wakamura residence. Would you happen to know where it is? The Wakamura residence? May I ask who you are? Oh, of course. Please pardon my manners. My name is Yumeko Shiki, a housewife from over in Tokyo. Why do you have to be a housewife? Oh, a housewife. And this here is Sodo Kiryu. He's something like an assistant to me. My pleasure. I guess they're British in Tokyo. I'm sorry. A housewife from Tokyo who came to Kamishima to visit Wakamura. Her age is a secret. A man who... Okay, sure. Nice profiles. These people exist in the story. Don't worry about it. Oh, you must be guests for the old man. The Wakamura home is just up the slope after you head to that alley. It's a bit of a maze, though. Want me to show you? Ah, so it was that way. Thank you, but I believe we can manage from here. Believe it or not, we've been running all around the region. We're quite used to the area now.
What? Hello? Futami Gaura investigation? Don't just give me this image in the background.
Got it. Take care then. Ma, is something the matter? No, it's nothing. I'll tell you later. We'll be on our way then. Sorry for stopping you.
Are these our detective types in this one, actually? Hey, it's me! Shit. What was that? Hey, it's me, Gionario. I've come back in the guise of a British man.
Huh. Those two had a really strange vibe. The old man sure gets some unusual guests. Yeah, there was something about them. Don't you think that's the kind of aura that sorcerers would give off? Ah, I know what you're getting at. I've heard those rumors too. Everyone's saying that old man Wakamura has been super reliant on some shady sorcerer lately. Konnichiwa. The single most influential person on Kamishima. Although born to an ordinary fishing family on the island, he entered his 20s during the post-war economic boom, and through tireless work and juggling multiple side jobs, he managed to amass a small fortune over the years. He went on to invest this fortune into the development of Kamishima, not only upgrading its fishing equipment, but also improving the island's infrastructure to entice businesses to set up shop on the island, efforts that have earned him the appreciation of people all over the island. Okay, so isn't this guy supposed to be a money launderer? Money launderer? No, money lender. I know words. He currently holds many key positions on the island, including serving as head of the Kamishima Fisheries Cooperative Association, and it is said that his appointment as the next mayor of Kamishima is all but confirmed. Although admired for his many contributions to Kamishima's development, his personality leaves much to be desired. With many stories of him using force to get things to go his way, he is often high-handed in his dealings with others, fully aware that his position makes it difficult to oppose him. Having moved his main home and base of operations to the mainland many years prior, there are abundant rumors that he has since added loan sharking and land grabbing to the list of ways he's willing to add to his sizable fortune. Yeah, okay, that is what they were talking about before. It is said that he has recently become an ardent devotee of a certain famous sorcerer in Tokyo, and often relies on their guidance when making decisions. Okay, so like he does work for the community, but he's also kind of ruthless and unscrupulous. Interesting. Now I gotta think of a voice for this guy because he's clearly a character in this story. They did say they were from Tokyo. Maybe they really are sorcerers. Whatever. Come on, Sato. Let's go. Yup.
I love Sato. I love... hello? What's this screen? I love mousy girl as just a character. Alright. Let's go across the island, I guess.
Okay, this spot should work fine. Aw, man, now that I'm actually about to talk about it, I'm getting super nervous.
Oh yeah, with Sato. I keep forgetting. This is, yeah.
Tsukasa asking me for advice? Something must really be weighing on her. She's usually so quick to decide and act on anything. This is rare for her.
Alright.
This little bay is quite hard to find, so hardly anyone ever comes here, including tourists, which makes it a great place to talk in secret.
Alright, you know the place? Wait.
The sound of the waves and cicadas surrounds us. It's your typical summer day.
And that's why there's harmonica in this scene. What? Whoa. I got jump scared by my browser and the Selkie image. Anything else that I can look at? I can look at Tsukasa, right?
Now that we're here to talk, she suddenly looks like she can't get the words out. Maybe I should be the one to nudge and ask from my side. Alrighty. You said you wanted some advice, so let's hear it. How can I help you, Miss Tsukasa? Well, I do want your advice. Hi, Zana. But I'm not really sure where to start. Wow, I guess this really isn't an easy topic for her. In that case, let me start her off with another topic to loosen her up. Taking a little mind break? Aw, good idea. Always a good idea. Oh, Tsukasa, that reminds me. Did you catch that 2-hour suspense drama the other day? Ah, right. You said you were looking forward to it. Forward to it. I didn't see it. Ma was watching a period drama. Darn, that actor you like had a good part. He turned out to be the killer, though. Also, if you want to avoid spoilers for this game, which is extremely, like, spoilerific, heads up, because there's lots of spoilers in this spoilerific game that has spoilers in it. Ah, I wish I could have watched it. You did just kind of spoil it, though, see? They're literally talking about spoilers right now. Wish we had a VCR like yours. You can record music shows and watch them over and over, right? That sounds amazing. Not many houses on the island have one, though. Yeah, I know it's a bit of a luxury, but being able to record and keep TV programs is the best. You love TV way more than I do. It's great you can enjoy it whenever you like. You don't think you need to avoid spoilers? Yeah. What could I bring up from my side for a bit of small talk? The only stuff that comes to mind are the things I've been watching on TV. Some encyclopedia I am. Guess that was a lie. Oh, more TV? You really can't get enough of your TV. Eh? You think I watch too much? How much did you watch this summer? Well, I guess I'm pretty much always watching whenever I'm home. Haha, nice! You should thank old man Wakamura for letting you watch as much as you want. We're hardly ever allowed to watch TV at boarding school. Even at home, I'm always fighting over what to watch with Ma. Makes it damn hard for me to keep up with the conversations at school, you know? TV's just got too much influence on everyone. Can't blame him either. It is pretty fun. More TV. Speaking of TV, I saw something on the morning news. Yeah? What happened? They said an armor diver on the mainland went missing at sea. Ah, yeah. I saw that too. I hope they find her safe. Apparently they're still searching, but it goes to show how dangerous being an armor diver is. Yeah, even I've had a couple of moments out there that have been way too close. When the catch is right in front of you, it's easy to think you could go a little bit further and end up pushing it just too far. Sounds scary. You be careful out there. Now that I think about it, a little while back, there was that story about old human bones found on the seabed near Toba. Whoa, I never heard about that one. That really happened? Creepy. Maybe it was someone who went missing at sea. I just hope it isn't like a curse or anything. Yeah, the sea can be pretty scary. The old armor grannies always told us, "We islanders live with the sea. Never forget how fearsome it can be." That's why the armor divers wear charms and mind the proper rites, right? Yeah, gratitude, manners, and restraint toward the sea are never to be forgotten. That's the first thing they teach you when you start diving. I love voicing girls. I can do more voice training. I'm really not good at it. More TV shows? You know, Sato, compared to when you first arrived on the island, you've really brightened up. Might be thanks to all the TV. Oh? Was I really that gloomy before? Yeah, up until about a month ago, it felt like there was a little cloud hanging over you whenever we spoke. It was like you were kind of depressed all the time, like nothing in the world really mattered to you. Ugh, so that's how I came off. Sorry for being such a downer. Yeah, you didn't crack jokes like you do now either. Aw. Thank you for the lovely comment. Arigatou gozaimasu. But this you? Way better. Having fun stuff going on really brought you to life. Makes sense. I'll try to keep up the positivity.
Okay, we're done with TV shows finally.
I guess you'll be heading back to the mainland soon now that the Obon holidays are over.
Hi, Marcy.
Yeah, I head back to my boarding school in 3 days, so I've only got until the day after tomorrow to take it easy here.
Right. Time sure flew by. I'm really gonna miss you.
Me too. Only 2 days left, huh?
2 days. What am I gonna do?
I guess whatever she wants advice on is time sensitive? So the plans you were talking about for the day after tomorrow, I guess it's a get-together with the others before you head back. Yeah, that's right. Plans with Azami and Yuza. I couldn't give them much time this trip, so I figured they might be feeling a bit left out. Makes sense. You're pretty close friends. Totally. Even grown up, they still do the dumbest stuff. Just can't leave them be. Oh. Always remember to drink water, otherwise you end up with frogs in your throat. Maybe I should leave you all to enjoy it without me then. No way! They're the lucky ones to have someone as cute as you come along with me. Lesbian? Lesbian? Okay, a little small talk and she seems to have calmed down a bit. Man, can't believe my summer break's already coming to an end. Yeah, it's kinda sad.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. I'll just say it. Go ahead. So, the thing is, I think I like someone. Alright, go on. We'll hardly get to see each other anymore soon. I want to tell him how I feel while I'm still on the island.
Aw. Bisexual? Not a lesbian? You can't fool me with these colors.
Makes sense. I'll help however I can. As Kamishama's living encyclopedia, I've seen this all on TV before. I, probably know a thing or two that can help. For sure. Yeah, you don't sound at all that confident, which kind of makes me a little nervous. But I can tell you mean it. Thanks. I just don't really know what to do. So, which of the two is the lucky guy? Huh? Who do you mean? No way! Don't tell me you think I like Azami or Yuza! Wait, you mean it's not one of them? Me falling for one of them? Not a chance! They're basically like brothers to me. I could never picture a romantic relationship with them. Oh, sorry, I just assumed. I call myself the living, walking, talking encyclopedia and brag that I've seen it all on TV, but I guess I don't really know anything. Sorry, this is so embarrassing. I'm gonna go die now. Whoa, don't sweat it, really, no dying. But then, who is it? No point dragging it out, so I'll just tell you. It's Shotaro.
Aw. Mystery man who has not appeared in this story yet.
Ah, Mr. Wakamura's son. I see. Umu. He's sincere, smart, and pretty handsome. I can see why you'd like him. Right? He's back visiting the island at the moment, but he usually goes to university in Tokyo. I've secretly admired him for ages, but I always thought he just saw me as a kid. I figured he'd never be interested. But now I go to school on the mainland by myself, and I'm even working as an armor diver. I think he might see me more as an adult now. More than before, anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. So, you want to let him know how you feel while he's still on the island? Maybe it's all just one-sided on my end, but I can't keep these feelings bottled up. Then tell him. I'm with you. Oh.
Shotaro Wakamura. He's 21. Girl, you're 17. The only son of Shinobu Wakamura, a local Kamishima magnate. Due to his father's influence, he was pampered by those around him from an early age, but he grew up to be a pleasant and sincere young man despite this attention. He is well regarded by those who know him, often being told that he has been blessed with a sharp intellect, good looks, and a variety of talents. He is currently attending a university in Tokyo, and is back on Kamishima for summer break. Although his father Shinobu wants Shotaro to inherit the influence and wealth he has spent so much of his life building up, Shotaro himself has no intention of doing so. On the contrary, he's skeptical of the old-fashioned insular ways of island society, and regards his father as the very embodiment of those outdated mores, viewing him with utter disgust for his overbearing, vulgar tendencies and superstitious beliefs. Oh, interesting. He hates his dad.
Shotaro, huh? We do live under the same roof, but I'm holed up in my room most days, so we don't actually interact all that much. At this rate, I'll have no advice to give. What should I do? I want to tell Shotaro how I feel by the day after tomorrow. What do you think I should do? You're staying with the Wakamuras right now, yeah? Know anything about him that might help? Oh, I'm afraid Miss Encyclopedia might not have that kind of info. You don't have much info at all, do you? Oh, info-seeking GF. I mean, he's honestly not home most of the time, so there's a lot I don't know about him. Feels like he's always got something to do. Checking in on folks all over the island. Like, I don't suppose you know if he has a girlfriend in Tokyo or anything. I'm afraid I'm not sure. Tokyo's packed with beautiful girls, right? A guy like him wouldn't be left alone for long. Well, from what I've seen, I haven't noticed him keeping in touch with anyone. Then what about what he likes? Something he'd be happy to get? Let me think. Sorry, nothing's coming to mind at all. I really may as well just go die somewhere. Come on, don't say that. Thinking it through with me is more than enough. You've got to stop joking about dying like that. I thought that might have been something. Oh, Tsukasa, how about this? I'm pretty sure I can ask Shotaro to meet us somewhere. I'll organize that for now, and we can plan from there. How does that sound? Ooh, sounds good. Thanks so much, Sato.
Chapter over? No. Oh, the Torii Gate.
So, we kicked around ideas the whole way back, but in the end, writing a love letter and handing it to him is the best call. That's the plan, yeah? Yep, since way back when, the tried and true way has always been a love letter. A classic method, I like it. You're heading out to dive tomorrow morning, right? Yeah, weather is looking good. Alrighty, then I'll ask him to come to the bay a little afternoon. That work for you? Yeah, I just need to have the letter ready by tomorrow. Hey, can you look it over before I give it to him? Of course. I'll fix it up even if it kills me. Thanks. I'll write it even if it kills me too. I'm already so nervous.
Hey, you two over there. You two over there.
Huh? Is that who I think it is?
Why is your collar popped, my guy? Oh, you can't like this bozo.
Ah, it is. It's Shotaro. Oh, wow. Speak of the devil.
Hey, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, he's totally glowing as usual. Is something wrong?
Have you seen Azami? He didn't show up to today's association meeting. Oh! This happened literally just before the other scene.
Oh, I see. I haven't seen him today. I think I know where he is. I'll go get him.
Oh, you do? Knew I could count on you, Tsukasa. I'll let you handle it then.
Sure. No problem.
Damn, dude.
Oh man, he called me by my name. I'm so fired up right now. Let's do this. Yeah, let's. First off, let's find those two. Bet they're up at the Kantekisho ruins. Let's go, Sato. Right behind you.
Yeah, I need Sato's outfit, like, immediately. Alright, we're taking a story break. We're diving. It's very important to keep your diver rank up. You never know when you might need it. Alright, let's go find some stuff. Abalone? Any abalone? I think the next thing I want to get a point in is swimming. There's another question mark thing over here. What the fuck is this? Oh, yo. Hello. What did I find? What did I find? I have plenty of air left, so... I'll grab these two and then I'll go up. It was so funny that the tutorial for this literally just kills you. What did I find? Nothing? Wait. Hey, looks like you've got something interesting there, user. Huh? Never thought there'd be mockingbird stickers out here in Issei Bay. Oh! And at the bottom of the sea to boot. Mockingbird? So that was the thing for the first Paranormasight game. You mean this bird sticker? I did think it was pretty weird to find a sticker in a place like that, so I decided to hang on to it. They're real famous. An unknown artist makes them and hides them all over the place. Might as well pick up any you come across. Maybe they'll bring you good luck. I see. Damn, I'm good. Maybe I should add treasure hunting to my list of talents. Yo. These popular bird mascot stickers seem to pop up everywhere. Nobody knows who the artist is behind these quirky, rough and tumble birds or where they'll show up next, but they quickly became popular for their bizarre yet oddly cute designs. Be in the right place at the right time in Issei and the surrounding areas, and you might just be able to find all 20 of them. Reach a total of 5 and 20 stickers collected to unlock fun bonus content at these milestones. Oh, it also tells you where the... Aboard the Sayun Maru? What do you mean? Interesting. Well, shit. What's this? Oh, no. I don't want to reset my score. Why would I want to do that? I think increasing my searching stat is probably the way to go about that then. Because otherwise I'm never going to find... Oh, that's so close. I'm so far away from the boat. Hey, user, can you go up first and then go back to the boat? My guy, if you need a breath, take a damn breath. All right, we'll do one more. Hopefully we can find another abalone. They should be over here, I think. I'm just gonna ignore most of these. Just want to find an abalone. Yeah, that'll do. What else can we get? I don't want to go too far out. But there, yo! I found like a Lobster! Yeah, I have no idea how long it's going to take me to get back. So I might just grab that and leave. But that should get me at least one level. Whoa, that's so many points. I found the lobster. What am I getting? I was going to get a swimming point, but maybe a searching point is actually interesting, mate. Gathering? Nah, swimming. These are definitely the two most important stats. Reach a high score of 1,000 points. Catch an Issei lobster. Tell me about Issei lobster. One of Issei's signature products, this lobster is well known both as a luxury and a symbol of good fortune. It is especially prized for its rich, tender meat. Note, although harvestable in-game, the fishing season for Issei lobsters only begins in October. That's 2 months away, my guy. All right. That's enough diving. Let's do... It's wild that this is not dimmed out yet. Yumeko Shiki and Sodo Kiryu head to the coast of Futamigaura after receiving a report about a strange corpse found there. Interesting. Now I get to do my British voices. Oh. Mrs. Shiki, there you are. Sorry for calling you all the way out here. Not at all. Thank you for bringing the case to our attention. I hear you've got an unusual corpse on your hands. Well, forensics aren't here yet, so I honestly don't know whether it can even be called a corpse or not. But I do know that it'll cause a stir if anyone catches sight of it, so right now we're just trying to keep the busybodies away. Maybe I should give this guy my June Aereo voice. I sure am glad it happened while you were still here. No. Okay, yeah, so she is a detective. Where is our cadaver then? Still in the water over there where it was found. Feel free to go ahead and examine it. Over there, I see. Vision ability is on. I can see. Alright, firstly. This is Sodo Kiryu. He's worked with me as my assistant for a long time now, although he usually makes his living as a psychic detective. He's not officially with the police, but with my assignments being what they are, he has special permission to accompany me on investigations. Wasn't Richter a psychic detective? Hang on, wait. Wait, please. Richter Kai. Oh no, he was a private investigator, not a psychic detective. That's okay. An independent psychic who makes his living as Japan's only psychic detective. Sodo has no permanent residence, instead traveling throughout the country for training and resolving any metaphysical incidents he comes across, something which eventually led to him gaining his current moniker within the industry. Although he has a calm and taciturn personality and is possessed of a sharp mind, he is surprisingly sensitive by nature. However, this trait does not extend to mercy towards spirits and other phenomena, which he often ends up subduing by force. Primary spiritual abilities. Curses. The ability to use particular curses to inflict harm or otherwise negative effects on others. Effects range from forcibly binding a target in place to dealing fatal wounds. The stronger the curse's effect, the greater the burden on the user. Alright, Shagan. The ability to see the face of a deceased individual from their remains, allowing for recreation of their features via portrait sketch. Only a small piece of the deceased's remains is necessary to use this ability, however, enough of the thoughts and desires of the dead individual must remain for it to be effective. The Feast of Shadows? The ability to create a domain in which the potency and range of certain types of spiritual abilities are increased, only effective at night. Shoto himself is able to create a domain up to 1 kilometer in range. What do you mean this guy has a reality marble? Soto's family runs a small shrine dedicated to a certain onmyoji from the Sengoku period. Oh? Oh, are you talking about Seiman Tsuchimikado? This Onmyoji is said to be an ancestor of the Kiryu family, which may explain why their bloodline has produced many individuals with a strong spirit sense over the years. Soto was born in with an exceptionally potent spirit sense even within this lineage, leading to his abilities catching the attention of legendary psychic Itten-sai Shiki when he was 8 years old. Itten-sai subsequently took him under his wing as his protege, and Soto underwent rigorous training under his watchful eye. Even now, he is always quick to respond when summoned by his mentor's wife, Yumiko Shiki, and often supports her during her work. He also has a keen interest in swords and is extremely knowledgeable about blades from all countries and eras. This guy's a psychic, here's all his psychic powers. Yeah, he likes swords as well, I guess. Why not? Okay. This is Futamigaura, the coastline just north of Ise City. It's a pretty popular location for tourists, and there are several beaches nearby as well, so a bunch of people are milling around. It certainly is an impressive sight. It's too bad we couldn't come here as simple tourists. Futamigaura is the name of the stretch of coastline along Futami Town, so named during the events of this story. It has since been merged with Ise City, in the Watarai district of Mie Prefecture. As part of the Ise-shima National Park, it has been designated as a place of scenic beauty and considered one of the most scenic spots in Japan. Oh, cute. The name Futamigaura is said to originate from a visit to the area by Yamato Hime no Mikoto. According to legend, the area's beauty caused her to turn to look back upon it, leading to Futami, look twice, becoming part of its name. Ah. Futami. Ise City. A city located in the northern central part of the Shima Peninsula. The northern part of the city is on a plain directly facing Ise Bay, while the southern part is on more mountainous land surrounded by hills. Having long flourished as the town leading up to the Torii Gate of Ise Shrine, it stands out as a particularly popular tourist destination, even among the many attractions in the Ise-shima area. The city is sometimes referred to as Shinto, meaning the city of the gods. Although best known for Ise Shrine, many other temples and shrines can also be found within the city. The land overlooking Ise Bay is blessed with an abundance of beautiful scenery, including Mount Asama, which was included on a list of 100 famous Japanese scenic spots during the Showa area. So the really cool thing about Paranormasight is they set their games in real locations and they give you all the history, and it's really cool. Okay. Police officer. The local police have the area closed off to make sure bystanders can't get too close. Sure, that makes sense. The sound of the waves and the buzz from the onlookers fills the air around us. I suppose it's inevitable that the police being around would draw people's attention. I just hope it doesn't cause commotion. This is Masaru Ide, a detective from the local police. He's acting as my point of contact while I'm over here, as well as providing any support I need. I don't doubt it's quite a troublesome assignment. There are a lot of things that need to be kept secret, for one. But he's been very good at not prying into the particulars while doing what needs to be done, occasional grumbling notwithstanding. Given what this case has ended up involving, though, those particulars may not end up remaining undisclosed for much longer. Alright, let's learn about Ide. An assistant inspector in the 1st Investigative Division of the Criminal Investigation Department of the Mie Prefectural Police. That's so many capital letters. He often finds himself saddled with whatever troublesome tasks come the department's way, something he makes sure to grumble about each time, but is a proficient detective in his own right, being diligent in his duties and having passed his promotion exam without difficulty. Although often said to have a somewhat unreadable expression, he is quite sociable and makes a point to attend all the department drinking parties. Oh, he's depressed. Born and raised in Mie, Masaru never ventured beyond bicycle commuting distance of his hometown, Tsu City, until the time came for him to attend university. With no particular plans for his future in mind, he took the employment exam for police officers, figuring that a local government job would at least be stable. He had no admiration for the police or any strong sense of duty or justice, but found the strict discipline of the police force suited his personality. He quietly married a fellow classmate from the police academy soon after graduating, and at home he takes on the role of doting father to 2 sons and a daughter. If pressed to discuss his hobbies, they would include walking and combination puzzles. Strangely enough, he often happens to be walking nearby whenever incidents occur, leading to him being first on the scene even when off duty, something his colleagues frequently tease him about. Oh. Lovely.
I see. So this is the corpse in question, is it? Unusual is certainly one word for it.
Is it a mermaid? It's all dried up now, almost like it's been mummified. But apart from that, it's pretty safe to say this is a mermaid, right?
Let's take a closer look at it.
As you can see, there's no doubt it has a human head. That's the main reason we went ahead with treating it as a corpse.
And that makes sense.
I can't imagine anyone would have seen a creature like this before, after all. If it really is a mermaid, wouldn't this be a pretty huge discovery?
It's not the sort of thing we'll be able to make public, that's for sure. I don't suppose we have any way of confirming their identity.
Their identity? Given the state of the body, it'd probably be difficult to confirm based on facial features, but we might have a chance using dental records. Though that would depend on if they've ever had a dental exam.
I see. That makes sense. It would seem like the fish half of the body begins from the shoulders downward.
All the mermaids I've ever heard of have had the fish half start from the waist down. If it is a fake, maybe whoever made it didn't do their research. Hi, Walia.
Really? Several of the mermaids described in old Japanese legends had their faces as the only human part, though.
Seriously? I guess that makes me the one who didn't do their research then. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards it being a fake of some kind. What do you think?
It's true that many of the mermaid mummies discovered were ultimately found to have been man-made in origin.
Mermaid mummy. Relics believed to be either the embalmed or mummified remains of mermaids are preserved in temples throughout Japan. Among them, several are said to bestow blessings such as eternal youth and longevity or sound health, and are treated as objects of worship. In the 1970s, some garnered so much attention after being featured on TV that people traveled en masse to see them, prompting some temples and shrines to discontinue public viewings. Mermaid mummies have also been documented in other countries. In the 1800s, the exhibition of mermaid mummies as exotic curios became a widespread phenomenon across Europe and the United States. Although these mummies were originally believed to be genuine, subsequent analysis has revealed fibers from materials such as wood and paper in their composition, exposing them to be man-made in origin. The quality of some mermaid mummies crafted in Japan during the Edo period was particularly high, with several being widely circulated, especially in Europe. However, the revelation that many of these mermaids were man-made does not disprove the existence of mermaids, and debate on the topic continues even today. Interesting. You won't find me complaining if it is. No need to investigate a fake corpse after all. Maybe that's being too optimistic though.
We'll just have to see about that, won't we?
When I first saw this expression, I thought they must have died in unbelievable agony. But at the same time, I can't help but feel like they look almost satisfied? Could just be my imagination though.
Satisfied?
If this really is a corpse, I wonder when they died. I doubt their body would have ended up this desiccated if it had been in the sea this whole time. You think there's the possibility that they died, shriveled up into a mummy-like state, and then their body fell into the sea and got washed up here?
It makes for quite the enigma, that's for sure.
There's no sign of any external wounds. I can't see anything that could have caused their death, at least. The body's lower half is identical to a fish's tail. If this was a fish, it'd be a pretty huge one. Okay, I think that's everything, probably.
We originally came to Mie from Tokyo to investigate another case, but with so many other incidents occurring, I can't help but get the sinking feeling something troublesome is about to happen. Detective Ide has been a huge help to us so far. We might be able to reveal some of our circumstances to him.
Okay, but before we talk to Ide...
He's had his gaze fixed on the corpse ever since we got here. I suppose he's curious to know what led to its current state. Is there anything that stands out to you so far, Soto?
I'd like to get a better grasp on the details before saying anything, I think.
I really like how his face is drawn.
He's got like a very... like almost sort of like Chinese looking face, I think. I don't know. I've known a lot of Chinese people who look similar to that.
At first glance, he seems the sort to find hard work troublesome, but he's proven himself to be quite the thoughtful individual. If that attitude of his is a deliberate ploy to get those he's dealing with to lower their guard, he's certainly not one to be underestimated. Do we know what the situation was when the corpse was found?
I just got here as well, so I'm not clear on the details myself. But from the sounds of it, a local civilian happened across it about an hour ago as they were passing by. Is it just me, or do her eyes look like extremely dead? Or are they just green? They got us on the scene immediately, so no one else should have seen it.
That's relief. We don't want people working themselves into a frenzy over this.
Or maybe she's not blind, right? She can see stuff.
Where is that local now?
We've got someone taking their statement in a nearby police box. I'll let you know when we get more info there.
Please do.
If we really do have a mermaid on our hands, do you think all those stories about becoming immortal from eating mermaid flesh are true?
Oh, so you're curious about that too, Detective?
Well, I don't know if I'd actually want to eat it, though. Living forever doesn't necessarily mean you'll be happy, you know? Besides, I can't say I find the thought of eating meat from this thing all that appealing.
I see. I suppose that's a natural response. But there are plenty of people who would be interested in getting their hands on this corpse for that exact reason.
I can see that. We might even have people fighting over it if it gets out. All the more reason to try and keep it hidden. It sure is a troublesome thing we've got on our hands here.
First things first, let's start by taking a good look at the corpse.
Alright, I already did that. It's got a tick next to it. Are you lying to me? Oh, turn the vision ability on. Oh. But I couldn't do that when I was looking at the Oh. Hello? What's this? How far am I allowed to zoom in? I'm just not, like, this far. This is the difference between max zoom and minimum zoom. Alright, why do I have a vision ability? Wait, no, hang on. Okay, does this button mean that my vision ability is on right now? I mean, it seems like the vision ability is on now. Oh, it's a sticker. Oh, yo, new Mockingbird. New Mockingbird discovered. The Turninator. Wait, what's the other one called that I got already? Fast Lane Frigate. Oh, I love this puffy chest. That's such a cool drawing. Discovered a Mockingbird. Okay, so there's no more Mockingbird stickers, right? All right, fine. I'll take another look at the corpse. I can't turn my vision on though. Nice text log. Yeah. I've seen the head, I've seen the torso, I've seen the tail. Is there anything else?
Well, I think we have a decent grasp of the situation now. What's your opinion, Soda?
First of all, based on the state of the corpse, I think it's safe to say this is another case of the curse of the Forsaken Fish. Some of the residual curse energy is still lingering around the body.
Just as expected, then. I suppose that's no surprise.
Huh? What was that just now?
We'll try to explain our understanding of the case so far, Detective. I realize some of it might sound a bit absurd, but please bear with us. This corpse is neither a fake, nor could it be called a mermaid. It is the remains of a human, one transformed into a fish as the result of a curse.
What? A former human? And a curse, too? It's pretty hard to know what to say to that. One thing's for sure, that's not going to fly in the case report by itself. Mind explaining a bit more for me?
Of course. Let's start with an explanation of our circumstances, then. It seems the time has come to explain our circumstances to Detective Ide. I'll have to make sure not to leave anything out.
I'll let you handle the explanations, Mom.
Of course. Leave it to me. In return, I'll be counting on you to handle the report.
Confound it. Classic. Alright. Let me fill you in.
First, I suppose I should start with a brief explanation of the department I work for.
Wait, aren't you part of some secret department in the security division over in Tokyo? Are you sure you should be telling me something like that? I'm not going to get caught up in any troublesome business if you do, am I? Wait, did, who, Tetsuo, the first investigative division. Yeah. The Paranormal Affairs Bureau. Okay, so the detectives from the last game were also like part of this same place, I think.
No need to worry. I doubt it will come to that. Probably. Our work is mostly kept a secret because it's something of a pain to find people who will accept, let alone understand, the circumstances each time. But you've been very supportive so far, so I can't imagine that will be a problem.
Well, if you really insist, go ahead, I guess.
As you say, my department is indeed part of the security division. Its proper name is the Paranormal Affairs Bureau.
Paranormal Affairs Bureau. Although officially called the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division Paranormal Affairs Bureau, it is more commonly referred to simply as Paranormal Affairs. Only a handful of people know of its existence, even within the police force. As the name suggests, this unit specializes in the investigation and resolution of cases involving paranormal phenomena. Since the existence of such happenings is not public knowledge, nor is it readily believed by the general population, the Bureau's activities are conducted in the utmost secrecy. As there are currently only 5 members in the unit, including the chief, they utilize a network of psychic contacts across the country to assist with their cases. The current chief of Paranormal Affairs is a man named Kuiru Nakagoshi. Although said to have been born to a family of psychics who have been involved in keeping the world safe from paranormal phenomena for generations, Kuiru is an elusive figure. Very few have met him in person, and he is rarely seen in the office. It is said that this is because he has often been the target of curses. However, some theorize that it is in fact because Kuiru is not actually a flesh and blood human, with some going so far as to question whether he really exists. His seat in his office is usually occurred by his familiar, a Nue, a legendary creature found in Japanese folklore. The Nue resembles an ordinary white's thrush and acts as Kuiru's messenger, leading to bizarre scenes of police officers earnestly reporting their findings to a bird. The term Nakagoshi case serves as a code name used to refer to cases under investigation by Paranormal Affairs. Nice. I like this image of this like incredibly clean detective office with this like small bird just sitting in the seat, and not even on the desk, just in the seat. So people have to like lean over the desk to talk to it. That's really funny. Jeez, the Paranormal Affairs Bureau, huh? Though if there really are cases of spiritual phenomena causing harm around the place, I guess it's not that hard to believe there'd be some sort of organization to deal with them within the police.
Precisely. I'm glad you're so quick on the uptake.
Well, after seeing that corpse over there, there's not much else I can do but believe it, you know? Oh, does that mean you have spirit sense or some other sort of psychic powers?
Not to any notable degree, I'm afraid. As I mentioned, I'm primarily a housewife. If you ask me, I would rather sort this all out and get back home to my husband as soon as possible.
Right.
Sodo here was my husband's protege when he used to work as a psychic, though. He helps me out on any work I'm assigned to.
I'm responsible for handling any spiritual work that comes up, yes. Spiritual work, huh? Hearing you say that like it's just another job really makes me feel like we're talking about another industry entirely. But if you really are just a housewife, Mrs. Shiki, why are you working for a special unit like that? I know it's none of my business, but if your husband is a psychic, wouldn't all this be more in his line of work?
True. Personally, I'd also rather our roles were reversed. But there are several reasons why that unfortunately can't be the case.
I see. I don't really know your circumstances, but it sounds pretty tough. Either way, I should be good to put this down as a paranormal affairs case, right?
That should be fine, yes. You can leave the rest of the investigation to us. We'll also handle the report. More specifically, Sodo will.
This expression on his face is golden. Love that.
Really? Oh, thanks, that's a great help.
Not again. Yumeko Shiki. Occupation, Itensai Shiki's wife and paranormal affairs employee. Her age is still a secret. A woman who balances her work as a housewife with her position as a full-time employee of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau, a secret department within the Tokyo Metropolitan Police. Although the very image of a refined lady in appearance, she has a surprisingly free-spirited personality, and tends to find anything she has no interest in too bothersome to take seriously. Things that do catch her attention, on the other hand, often command all of it, and she will actively involve herself in looking into them. Oh, she has ADHD! I get it! She utterly adores her husband, swooning in admiration whenever the topic turns to him, and she is also viewed with affection by her co-workers who call her Mom. Out of the 5 current full-time members of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau, Yumeko alone lacks any particular metaphysical abilities despite possessing a meager degree of spirit sense. Even so, she was chosen to be part of the Bureau's elite unit for very particular reasons known only to a handful of people close to her. There was once one other member of the Bureau who had no paranormal powers to speak of. Veteran police detective Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Yeah, he was the guy from the last game. And the two occasionally worked on investigations together. When dispatched on assignments now, she always pairs up with freelance psychic detective Sodo Kiryu, leaving all paranormal-related procedures, and often her much-despised paperwork, to him. Yumeko's husband is also a psychic by the name of Itensai Shiki, and Sodo is his cherished protege. Nice. Oh, alright. Psychics and spirit sense. The various abnormal occurrences attributed to the spirits of the dead are collectively referred to as spiritual phenomena. These can range from small peculiarities, such as being able to see things that shouldn't be there, hearing strange sounds, or feeling a sudden unnatural chill, to larger scale phenomena powerful enough to defy the laws of physics, potentially even triggering natural disasters. Harmful spiritual phenomena that cause unwanted effects by interfering with nature or tampering with the human body or mind are called curses. Curses can themselves be divided into 2 categories: those that occur naturally, often arising from negative emotions such as deep resentment from the dead, and those that are intentionally created by someone with spiritual abilities using an existing spirit or grudge. However, creating a curse is quite difficult, and there is the risk of the curse rebounding and causing harm to the creator instead. The more powerful the curse, the more stringent the conditions that are required to use it. I will talk about Paranormasight 1 in just a moment. The ability to sense the energy of spirits and spiritual phenomena is known as spirit sense. The strength of this ability varies from person to person, and while it can be increased to a certain extent through training, it ultimately comes down to the individual's innate talent. According to those who have it, spirit sense is similar to a sense of smell. The lingering spiritual energy in an area can be detected by what feels like specialized sense organs, conveying information such as the relative strength of the phenomenon and whether it is benevolent or malevolent in nature. Those with a particularly potent spirit sense are also able to glean specific details from the energy, and even track it down to identify its origin. However, as spiritual energy is unaffected by air movement, it is not possible to use wind to drive it away. The ability to see spiritual phenomena is considered a psychic ability, further described below. Spiritual phenomena occur regardless of one's ability to perceive them, so many people that lack spirit sense are affected by such phenomena without any awareness of the cause. As spirit sense is impossible to quantify, comparing its strength between individuals is difficult. However, as tolerance to forcible exposure to spiritual phenomena is comparable to a tolerance to alcohol, there are those who use this comparison when explaining to others. Psychic ability is the special power to interact with or influence spirits. It covers a wide range of abilities, from simply being able to see spirits to being able to directly control or exercise them. It also includes the ability to intentionally induce spiritual phenomena in order to use specific skills, such as peering into the future, capturing images with psychic photography, or searching for objects using dowsing. Individuals who possess such abilities are known as psychics. Sure, why not? People who possess spirit sense but lack psychic ability are particularly susceptible to the influence of spiritual phenomena, whether they are aware of it or not, and as such, often fall victim to supernatural disasters or disturbances. So I just wanted to talk about Paranormasight 1 for a moment. Specifically this line, the more powerful the curse, the more stringent the conditions that are required to use it. I really love that in this world, there are conditions on when you can use a curse or not. So there were many curses in Paranormasight 1, which all revolved around killing people, just instantly killing them, basically. But the conditions for each one's activation were like really strong, because obviously like killing someone is like a big power. So one of the they're all controlled by curse stones in Paranormasight 1. And some of the abilities that were in there were like, you could cause someone to drown just instantly if you can see their back. Like if they look away from you, you could cause them to drown. There was also like conditions like, if someone lies to you, you can just kill them. You can just cause them to have a heart attack. Or like, if someone can hear you, or something like that. My favorite one is one that you can cause someone to burn to death as long as they are in possession of something that can create fire. Like very specific conditions, right? Like if you are holding a lighter, or if like someone has placed a lighter into your pocket surreptitiously, that curse can then be activated. I really love, oh my god, if you haven't played Paranormasight 1, firstly, what the fuck are you doing here? Secondly, go and play Paranormasight 1. It's so fucking good. One of my favorite games of all time. Anyway. Drinking water. Oh, right. We're still talking. So, does that mean you came all the way to Mie because you knew something like this was going to happen? You don't have time to game? I mean, that's also very fair. I don't have time to game either.
Oh, that's awfully perceptive of you, Detective. I suppose you could say that, yes. At the very least, this situation hasn't come as a huge surprise.
Oh, you like Sodo Kiryu? If that's the case. Was the body from the other day one of those cases too then? Dink. He's so pretty. He's very pretty, actually. I'm not normally into guys. And I'm probably not really into this guy either, but I get it, you know.
It was indeed, yes.
Seriously, that does sound like a pain to deal with. I bet our chief knew all about this when he assigned me to the case. Oh yeah, one of the other main characters in this game is also like... I said I'm not normally into guys. Fuck, man.
If it lessens the burden, you've been a great help to us so far, Detective.
I'll let you handle the explanations, Mom.
Of course. Leave it to me. In return, I'll be counting on you to handle the report.
Look at him. Like, okay, I get it. I would love this guy to look at me lovingly. Ugh, confound it. Hi, Mothy! Let me bruise his neck. You could bruise my neck instead. Does that count? All right, we got a conversation to have. I don't mind occult stuff, so I've been asking all these questions out of curiosity. But it's probably best I don't get too involved in all this paranormal business, right? You must have had a good reason for keeping it under wraps after all.
I think that would be wise, yes.
That having been said, let's talk about curses. Still, I never would have thought that there's a curse out there that can turn people into fish. And it only half worked, so the victim ended up looking like a mermaid. That's bound to cause misunderstandings.
The curse is originally meant to turn a person's whole body into that of a fish, you see. But the victim died before the transformation was complete, so it stopped before it could reach that point. The vast majority of the mermaids discovered over the years are either man-made fakes or victims of the same curse.
I see. To be honest, part of me was kind of excited when I first saw what it looked like. I thought that it might mean that there are really mermaids out there, you know? Exactly like the ones you hear about in stories.
I'm afraid we can neither confirm nor deny things there.
Oh, I get why you were asking about the corpse's identity now. It's because you realize they used to be human, right?
That's right. Very recently, too. The transformation likely happened yesterday, or even earlier today.
What, that recently? Someone could really end up in a state like this after just a day?
They certainly could.
Seriously, these curses sure are scary. I'll get forensics to take a look when they get here then.
Please do. The investigator in question has worked on paranormal affairs cases before, so they shouldn't need any explanation.
Ah, right. The case from yesterday. Great. That should save us some effort then. Cursed one day, a mummified corpse the next. Sure is a scary world we live in. You know, I sometimes find myself wondering if I have a bit of spirit sense as well. There have been times I've caught sight of strange things when walking down a road at night. And when I looked into it later, I found that the place I'd walked by had been the site of an accident or the like.
Oh? That might be the real deal then.
It's definitely a possibility. I would advise not going too close to anything you see of that nature. It becomes easier for them to target you if they realize you're aware of them, you see. Okay, like, someone with these glasses doing this. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Jeez, what would happen then? I guess I'd end up possessed or something. There is that danger, yes. In the event you are possessed, you may find yourself afflicted by headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations. Memory problems and impaired thinking are also not unheard of. Oh, headaches and muscle stiffness definitely ring a bell. I sure hope it isn't the work of some spirit. Do people have their personalities taken over when possessed too? It may be possible with spirits who had a very close relationship to their target, such as if they were siblings or were parent and child. but you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. The negative effects I just mentioned are primarily caused by the two parties not being in sync. Oh, that's good to know, I think. Even if a spirit were able to successfully possess someone, it would only be able to pressure them to behave in ways that wouldn't be unusual for the individual in question. Okay, so classic. You can't make someone do something that they wouldn't do normally. Which is very interesting. I see. But in that case, there's no way of knowing whether you're behaving that way of your own will or not, right? Exactly. Hence the prevalence of cases where people don't even realize that they're possessed. Huh. So that's how things work there. As far as I know, I haven't been having any problems like that though, so I think I should be fine. Mom.
What is it?
Perhaps I could use my Shagan ability and see if it produces any results.
Ah, that's an excellent idea. I almost forgot we had such a handy trick up our sleeve.
Shagan? What does that do?
Patience, detective. You'll see soon enough.
Right. There. It's done.
Oh, so it went well, did it? Well done, Sodo.
What's all this about then?
Sodo can see the face of the deceased from a piece of their remains, however small. He can then sketch their features based on what he saw.
Oh, so that's how you got a sketch of the victim in that other case. An ability like that would be priceless if we could use it on the Force, you know.
Well, I hear it doesn't always work, so it's unfortunately not foolproof. So, what did our victim look like?
About that, I think it might be faster to see for yourself. It's not her. I was just trying to see if it was similar enough.
This face. It's Somekawa.
Wait, Somekawa? You can't mean... Whoa. How long have we been streaming for? 3 hours? I probably want to go for a little bit more, but first I gotta get up and walk around for like a couple of minutes. I will be back quite shortly. Enjoy... You know what? Enjoy the menu music.
Okay. I am back. It is still extremely hot in this room, so... yeah, I'm probably not going to stream for that much longer. Because... oh my god, it's so hot in this room. We're gonna do a little bit of diving. I like the idea that there's like story here in this section. Yeah, I absolutely need more swimming power, I think. Because this is clearly like a different section of... oh, that's an abalone. Gathering power might also be really useful. No, let's go up. I don't know where the boat is. Oh, it's not actually that far up. Searching point. That's literally not the thing that I was talking about getting. Oh well. Why is this like looking like this, by the way? I'm so curious. Yumeko Shiki arrives in Toba City, Mie Prefecture, to investigate the discovery of skeletal remains with her assistant, Sodo Kiryu. Sometime in August. Date unknown. Welcome, Mom. I've been waiting for you. The site where the bones were found is a little ways offshore from this beach. You went ahead and started the investigation, I see. Thanks for that. Not at all. You clearing everything with local police meant all I had to do was arrive and inspect the remains myself. To get straight to the point, there is no doubt. Signs of a curse are clearly evident. The skeletal remains are tied to a supernatural incident. Seems I was right to trust my intuition on this one. All right then. Let me hear the full report. Understood. But first, I need to look at the water. This is the town of Ijika in Toba City. The area is a historic place known for its armor divers. Oh, I know it well. It's also famous as the filming location of one of Japan's most well-known monster films. I wouldn't know about that myself, Mom, but you seem unusually well-versed in that area. Those old tokusatsu films are the best. You should watch some for yourself, Sodo. Oh my god, she loves Godzilla! She loves... Gamera. Actually, wait, what city is this? Hang on. Ijika. Ijika Tokusatsu film. Yeah, the original Godzilla. Yeah, okay. As you wish. I'll look into it. Oh, wait, my phone's falling out of my pocket. Ugh. Ijika Town is a fishing settlement located within Toba City on the eastern tip of the Shima Peninsula. The area takes its name from Ijikajima, an island offshore of the region. It is said that the hollow in the center of the island was so reflective as to resemble a mirror, leading to Yamato Hime no Mikoto giving it its current name, which is written with the characters for stone and mirror. The Rias coastline is a particularly beautiful sight, and is well known as a spot to watch the sunrise. It is also notable as the filming location of the first entry in one of Japan's most famous monster film series, and sees many visits from fans as a result. What is Rias? Rocks? Rias are drowned, unglaciated river valleys formed by rising sea levels that submerge the lower parts of a river drainage system. Oh, interesting. Lovely. Toba City, a city located on the northeastern tip of the Shima Peninsula, adjacent to Ise City and Shima City. Along with the city itself, its administrative area also encompasses 4 populated islands. The combined area of modern Toba City and Shima City was formerly known as Shima Province. Its coastline features one of Japan's most notable rear coasts and is renowned not only for its marine industries, but also for its popularity as a tourist destination. Having originally sprung up as a castle town of the Toba domain, the years following the Meiji era saw Toba flourish as the center of the Shima region. With an abundance of marine products available in its waters, it is also famous for being home to the highest number of active armor divers in Japan. There are many guest houses run by armor divers and fishermen along the shore, providing visitors to the area with the opportunity to enjoy fresh seafood. Show me a sticker. Can I have a sticker? Nope. Okay.
A diligent and earnest young man. His mentor, my husband, has nothing but praise for his skills, so he has my complete trust. I know I shouldn't rely on him too much, but he's so good at noticing the finer details that I often find myself doing so.
Alright, tell me about it. To begin, shall we review the details of the case?
Is that really necessary?
Summarizing may help us notice something we missed.
Not a day goes past that I don't admire your diligence, Sodo. In fact, I was just doing that as I was gazing upon your form.
My thanks. I'll strive to be brief. A few days ago, a fisherman off the coast here hauled up a long, rod-like object. It resembled a human bone, so he notified the police. That was about 10 days ago.
So he fished it up completely by chance.
Following that, the police conducted an underwater investigation of the surrounding area. They discovered multiple skeletal remains in a fissure beneath the rocks. All the remains were already severely deteriorated, with each being several years to several decades old. As a result, forensics struggled to identify the victims. There was just too little to go on. Only fragments of the skulls remained, so facial reconstruction was apparently not possible.
Hardly surprising in such a state. Still, with your ability, we hardly need facial reconstruction, do we?
Indeed. I'll report my discoveries shortly.
You know, one possibility comes to mind. Will you humor me?
Please, go ahead.
I wonder if those skeletal remains could be the victims of the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster from 5 years ago.
Regrettably, that is not the case.
Oh, darn it.
Please don't sound so defeated. Forensics confirmed 5 bodies in total, but they said that each had decomposed over a different length of time.
Oh? Meaning they didn't all die at the same time?
Correct. The most recent appears to date back 6 years. The others go back some 10 years before that, and another 10, and another 10, and so on.
So, roughly one body every 10 years.
Indeed. I imagine that any older remains may have simply decayed entirely.
Which means someone's been using that fissure as a place to dump corpses for decades.
It's surrounded by rock, and with minimal currents in the area, it's unlikely they drifted there naturally. Had that bone not fished up by chance, we'd never have known. In other words, it was an ideal site for quietly disposing of bodies.
So this was no accident. Someone did this. I imagine quite some resentment must have piled up over the years.
Indeed, but I've already cleansed the lingering resentment in the area. Leaving such resentment to fester could lead to a curse manifesting after all.
Efficient as always.
My thanks. There is one more point of concern that all the remains have in common. Go on. Each body bore a clean, precise cut, clearly severed.
Severed? You're saying they were sliced straight through the bone?
Exactly. Each was sliced down through the bone, all with a clean cut as smooth as the last. Forensics noted that reproducing such uniform cuts would be extremely difficult. Even with industrial equipment, such precision would have been unachievable decades ago. One possible explanation is that a master swordsman, wielding a razor-sharp katana, cleaved each of them in a single stroke.
Yes, well, that would certainly explain it. But warriors don't exactly run around with swords in this day and age. Which brings us to the possibility of a curse, I suppose.
Correct. If the cuts were made by supernatural means, the rules change. And as it turns out, there were traces of a curse at each of the severed points.
It was just a matter of time until we found one.
Also, for the briefest moment, I glimpsed a curse echo that looked like a warrior in armor.
A curse echo in armor?
Yes, judging from the crest on its armor and given our location. It appears to be a curse tied to the Heike.
Right, the Heike.
You are familiar with the Heike, I assume.
The Heike? I'm not too sure.
The Heike were a branch of the Taira clan, a warrior family who rose to power at the end of the Heian period. From their base in Ise province, they expanded their influence, reaching great heights under Taira no Kiyomori. But in their pride, they were defeated by the Genji in what is now known as the Genpei War.
Ah, yes, of course. I knew that.
The tale of the Heike preserved just how prosperous they were before they fell. Many who lived through the downfall carried deep regrets. Their resentment is especially persistent. Many traces remain even today, and they can be quite meddlesome.
Indeed. You hear about it all over the place. I guess even by expert standards, it's quite the problem.
Alright, tell me about the Heike. Abbreviated genealogy. Okay, nice. This is absolutely going to be relevant later. The Heike were part of the Ise Taira clan, which was itself an Ise-based branch of the Taira clan, a prominent samurai family of the Heian period. Although the entire Ise Taira clan was greatly influential, Heike refers to the particularly prosperous lineage of Taira no Masamori, Taira no Tadamori, and Taira no Kiyomori. Known as one of the most prominent samurai families of the Heian period alongside the Minamoto clan, the Taira clan was originally based in the Kanto region. However, following Taira no Masakado's uprising against the central government in the year 935 and its suppression at the hands of Taira no Sadamori, the latter's son Korihira moved to Ise province, where he came to wield significant political power. This was the start of what would become known as the Ise Taira clan. 4 generations on from Korihira, Taira no Masamori consolidated the family's influence in Ise. His successor, Tadamori, was granted permission to enter the imperial court in 1132, eventually attaining a rank equal to that of nobility. The distinguished military exploits of Tadamori's son, Taira no Kiyomori, further led to Kiyomori's promotion to Daijo Daijin, Chancellor of the Realm, the highest possible governmental rank in 1167. In 1180, Kiyomori's daughter Noriko married into the imperial family, and her son ascended the throne as emperor, enabling the Heike to consolidate their monopoly on political authority. Thus, the Taira clan came to dominate the political landscape of the time. Such was their wealth and power that one member of the clan is said to have remarked that all those who did not belong to the Taira clan were to be considered people of no position. However, this golden age of the Taira clan did not last long. Their arrogant rule and dictatorial grasp on power led to many turning against the Taira clan, and the stirrings of rebellion soon came to a head, with several prominent figures joining forces in a bid to overthrow them. In the midst of the resulting years of warfare, Kiyomori died of illness in March 1181. Despite losing one of their key members, the Taira clan continued to struggle against their opponents, but to no avail. In 1185, they were finally defeated in the Battle of Dan no Ura, and many of its members, including Kiyomori's grandson, Emperor Antoku, who was still a child at the time, were lost beneath the waves of Dan no Ura, burdened with unfulfilled ambitions. It is said that the Kusanagi no Tsurugi sword, one of the 3 imperial regalia of Japan, regarded since ancient times as a symbol of imperial authority, was also lost to the sea that day. Okay, interesting. After their defeat, the surviving members of the Taira clan, now disgraced as fallen warriors, scattered across the country and lived out their days in hiding. Even to this day, legends of Taira clan survivors persist in various regions across Japan. Wow, that was very interesting. What's more, the katana that Curse Echo carried. I believe it may have been the famed blade Nukemaru.
Nukemaru.
Yes, a blade passed down through the Heike, once wielded by Taira no Tadamori.
I see. It would seem your love of swords has proved rather useful here. So what you're saying is that these skeletal remains were cut and killed by the power of Tadamori's curse?
I can't say it was Tadamori himself, but I am confident it was a curse from someone within the Heike. At the very least, it offers an explanation for those mysteriously perfect cuts.
But the body's being dumped every decade. Surely that can't be the curse too, can it?
Correct. I imagine that part likely involves further intervention by someone else.
So this wasn't an accident by some spontaneous curse. There's a perpetrator out there.
Indeed. However, I can't imagine any psychic with enough power to wield such a curse would dispose of bodies so poorly. My theory is that someone is using a curse stone. Oh shit, from Paranormasight 1. They are killing through its curse and then discarding the bodies.
A curse stone?
Think of it as a talisman that lets even those without spirit sense use the power of curses. They are created when intense resentment fuses with a suitable relic.
That sounds dangerously convenient.
There were a few incidents involving curse stones in Tokyo last year, actually. Didn't you hear?
Oh, now that you mention it, that somewhat rings a bell.
Curse stones, a type of curse tool that allows even people without any spirit sense to wield curses. As long as the tool meets the above criteria, items of any shape or size may be referred to as curse stones. Many curse stones have conditions that must be fulfilled to use them, often based on the spiritual power and characteristics of the curse itself. If a curse stone has low spiritual power, it may only be possible to use it under specific circumstances, such as when under the influence of the Feast of Shadows, a spell that heightens the potency of certain types of spiritual energy.
So, in short, whoever's behind this possesses a stone imbued with the Heike's curse. They use it to kill someone roughly every decade, dumping the body into the sea.
Yes, that aligns with the evidence. Thank you for the summary. Still on these.
Now then, about those skeletal remains. Were you able to use your shagan, Sodo?
Yes, I did. It only worked on the most recent body, though. The one from 6 years ago. By viewing part of the remains, I was able to reconstruct a portrait sketch of how he looked when he was alive. Is it going to be user? No, okay. Here is a copy. I've already provided one to the police as well.
Impressive. That ability of yours remains quite the asset.
Not always. There are times when the vision just doesn't come through. It's far from infallible. Besides, there are those who could simply speak directly with the victim's spirit and ask who did it.
Even so, none of these methods would hold up as admissible evidence in court.
But as a lead in our investigation, it's more than enough.
Excellent work.
Thank you. We had the police compare the sketch against missing people from 6 years ago, but no matches were found.
Darn, would have made things much easier.
Detective Ide is continuing the investigation.
Ah, the detective with the local police. I've heard he's good, so let's hope he proves it.
Toba seabed skeletons, a case in which multiple human skeletons were recovered from a deep fissure on the Toba seabed. The initial estimate indicated that at least 5 bodies had been disposed of there. The following information has not been made available to the public. Okay, this is what I'm making a note of. Victims' identity is unclear. All victims are male. Each body is thought to have been disposed of at different times. The most recent body dates to about 6 years ago, and facial sketch of this individual obtained using Soto Kiryu's Shagan ability. The other remains show signs of gradual aging, with the oldest dating back more than 30 years. Although the presence of older remains has also been confirmed, they have completely decayed and it is impossible to tell how old they are. It is unlikely that the bodies could have drifted into the fissure naturally, so it is thought that someone has been discarding them there every few years. Each skeleton shows signs of a clean, precise cut inflicted by a sharp blade. Traces of a curse were also detected from around the severed sections. The victims are believed to have been killed by a curse wielded by someone connected to the Heike.
Say, Soto, that sketch of yours. Maybe we should show it to some of the locals.
Ah, good point. Someone might recognize him if they were around here 6 years ago. If we can identify the victim, it could help us trace the one who used the curse.
Wait, you've got a fucking
pipe? Fucking cigarette pipe? Yo. Dude.
I guess we can't just leave things be now that we know there is a curse involved. Honestly, I'd rather not deal with it.
There you go again. Are you sure that's something you should be saying out loud?
Obviously not. I just want to get this over with and go home, that's all.
Yes, yes, we all know how much you love your home.
You can see the sea from here all the way to Kameshima. Do you sense anything out there, Soto?
Yes, I do. The waters south of Kameshima are saturated with the powerful presence of the curse of the raging waves. I can sense it even from this distance. That's how strong it is.
Is that so? Looking out to sea, I can't see a thing. I just hope this means we've made it in time.
Even during the disaster 5 years ago, the energy was never this overwhelming. The seal has broken, there's no doubt about it.
So it's already broken. That isn't good. The sea still seems calm, though. Does the storm not break out immediately?
Yes, something seems to be holding it back for now.
Oh, so there's a silver lining at least.
It seems stable for the moment. We probably have 2 or 3 days of safety.
Then we've got a bit of breathing room. Perhaps there's still something we can do.
Oh? The curse of raging waves. A curse that causes an outbreak of turbulent waves and violent storms in the seas around Kameshima. It is said that the curse was born from the resentment of the former residents of Taishima, an island once located to the south of Kameshima, after someone brought about its destruction. Some believe that several of the disasters that have struck Kameshima in the past were actually caused by this curse in some manner, including the Kameshima South Sea disaster that occurred 5 years ago. The person accused of bringing the curse to Kameshima was called the Raging Waves Curse Bearer and was shunned by the island's inhabitants. Oh, you're talking about Mare? You're talking about Mare Minakuchi? They kind of, yeah, the islanders kind of hated her. That makes sense.
I had already planned to come here to Toba in Mie Prefecture together with Soto on another case. But
The news of skeletal remains being found in the area caught my eye, so I sent him ahead to investigate. As expected, it turned out to be the result of a curse, likely a troublesome one at that. I hope we can do something about the curse of the raging waves while it's still being held back. Yes, but despite all efforts, we still haven't found a way to lift the curse. We might have quite a struggle ahead of us. That's really the heart of the problem, isn't it? And we have no idea where your ancestors' keepsake is either. I apologize on behalf of my family. Mom, behind you. Behind me? Oh, woman. Who's that? Just someone from town passing by. Oh. Wait. She bolted. Sodo, after her. On it. Wait, is she the woman who's dead now? Hey, stop!
Let me go. I didn't do nothing wrong.
I've apprehended the suspect. Good work. Sorry for the rough handling. Mind helping us out for a bit? What were you doing here? Why did you run? What? Don't get smart with me. You're the suspicious ones, sneaking around and poking into things. You think folks won't be wary with shady types like you wandering through town? I see. I see. Sorry if we gave you a scare. We're with the police. Nothing shady here. You're with the police? Seriously? You heard about the skeletal remains found nearby, yes? That's what we're looking into. You don't look like police. Say, do you live around here? There's something I'd like you to take a quick look at. Do you recognize this face at all? We believe he may have been around here about 6 years ago. Huh? No, don't know him. I see. Then could you point us in the direction of someone who might know about people coming and going in this town? No idea. Ask whoever you want. Can I go now? I got nothing to do with this. Don't know a thing. She's got 2 different colored eyes. She's clearly important. All right. Sorry for holding you up. What a peculiar woman. It was like her mind was somewhere else entirely. Well, either way, we should talk to more people in town. Agreed. Also, could you ask around and find out who that woman is? Of course. Several hours later. Mom, I've learned a few things. Excellent. Let's hear it. I love his like overcoat. The port and town center are down that way, so this area is technically the outskirts. It's a quiet town, so a stranger loitering here would definitely attract attention. That's a good point. Mockingbird. Yeah. Number 13, you say? It's called Maverick Manny. Yeah, he's looking good. I knew you were blocking a sticker. He didn't so much as flinch at the thought of tedious door-to-door investigation. Not to mention he's good at it. Having him here is a huge help. I showed the sketch of the victim to several townsfolk. However, it would seem that no one here recognized him at all. Unfortunate. I suppose chances are he wasn't from this area to begin with. Guess we'll have to place our hopes on Detective E-Day then. You don't suppose we might be working with a bad sketch here? You needn't worry about that. I'm confident in the likeness. It should be a near-perfect match. You're right, I'm sure it's close. Sorry for doubting you. I also asked around about the woman we encountered earlier. Apparently, she isn't originally from this town.
Oh, is that so?
Indeed. Apparently, she wandered into town about 5 years ago. She's been living alone in a cheap rental apartment on the outskirts of town ever since. When she first arrived, she had nothing but an old wooden box, which she was clutching as if it were very dear to her.
Nothing but an old wooden box.
Supposedly, she used to work as an armor diver. Around when she first moved here, she'd occasionally go diving for fish. But these days, she keeps to herself, and no one ever sees her diving anymore. No one really knows how she supports herself, and many of the islanders find her unsettling.
Perhaps she fled from something and moved her life here.
That was suggested, yes. But she's never spoken about her past, so no one knows for sure. Although, according to her landlord, she's never been late on rent. And she's never caused any problems either.
Still, it seems odd she'd get so worked up about strangers coming to town. Doesn't seem like she's in any position to be worrying about that. You think she might be hiding something?
It's possible. Her attitude changed the moment we said we were with the police. Perhaps she was keeping watch over the coast where the bodies were dumped, waiting to see if someone showed up.
Right. I mean, the most recent body is from 6 years ago, and she arrived in town 5 years back. The timing is rather suspicious when you look at it like that. We'd best keep an eye on her.
Agreed.
Were you able to get her name?
Apparently, her last name is Somekawa, but I didn't manage to get her first name.
Somekawa? Why does that name sound so familiar?
You've heard it before?
I think so, but I can't quite remember where. But I'm a woman who cast off her past long ago. I guess I shouldn't let it bother me.
Not this again.
Let's leave any time-consuming background checks to Detective Ide.
Very well. I'll inform him.
Classic.
Somekawa, a woman living in Toba. Although she occasionally does work as an armor diver, it is unclear who she is and where she came from. She apparently showed up in Toba about 5 years ago with nothing but a grubby wooden box to her name, and has been living there ever since.
We split up to ask around town, but all the leads I found didn't actually lead anywhere. I'm just not cut out for this kind of legwork. So this means that woman might have been marking us since we got here.
It's possible. I apologize for not noticing sooner. Even a moment's lapse can expose one to a curse. I was careless, but I won't let it happen again.
You can be cursed that easily? That's terrifying. What a world we live in.
That concludes all the information I gathered from my inquiries.
That helps a lot. Thanks.
Shall I summarize our next steps?
Yes, I suppose we need to do something about all this. Let's see.
Regarding the unidentified skeletons. Until we can identify the victim from the sketch, we have no other leads to move forward. I believe this is best left in Detective Ide's hands.
Yes, agreed.
Neferith crumbled like a piece of crumbly marble. Also, holy shit, Soto is such a pretty boy. I'll get you a pin up of Soto for your birthday. And I think the same. Good job with Neferith though. And I think the same goes for that Somekawa woman from earlier. We'll have Detective Ide look into her. Maybe when I have more money for buying gifts for people. Tee.
It's nice to have someone we can rely on. Agreed on that end too.
Yeah, cute art idea.
In other words, we can safely leave the skeleton case to him for now.
Yes, though we should remain vigilant regarding the cursed stones. Regarding our main objective, or the so-called Curse of the Raging Waves. Without knowing how to lift it, there's not much we can do right now. I don't suppose there's a chance you'd be able to break the curse using brute force. You're quite good at that. It's certainly an option if worst comes to worst, but I can't say I have high hopes it would work. I guess it would be more realistic to try and find some clues about the whereabouts of your ancestors' keepsake instead. Indeed. It is said that item may hold the key to lifting the curse of the raging waves. But even the location of the map pointing to that keepsake has unfortunately been lost to time. Although the map was said to be hidden inside a model of a mermaid mummy. One rumor says that it was sold overseas during the Edo period. Doesn't sound promising. If we can't find it, I guess we're back to trying to break the curse with brute force. But to even consider that route, we need much more intel from the island. Which is why we need to head to Kamishima. And at the very least, advise the locals to evacuate. Yes. Hopefully someone of influence there will believe us about the curse of the raging waves. Is something wrong? No, it's just that one of the islanders I spoke with seems to be calling me over. Something may have happened. I'll go find out. Please do. Mom. What was it? The person who called me over shared a new piece of information. They were told to keep it secret, but opened up since we're with the police. Go on. Earlier this morning, down by the shore, they apparently found something that resembled the corpse of a mermaid. A mermaid? Really? That same person reported it to a local authority, and was immediately ordered to tell no one, not even the police. You're kidding me. That local authority then contacted an unknown individual. Soon after, someone came and secretly retrieved the mermaid corpse. That couldn't be more suspicious, could it? Exactly. They were uneasy about the whole thing, which is why they confided in me. What shall we do?
Did they describe what the mermaid looked like?
Yes. They said from the head to the shoulders it was human, but below that, entirely fish. So it was not the classic mermaid from fairy tales, it would seem.
Only the head was human.
They also said it was completely dried out, almost mummified. The face was unrecognizable. But they thought it resembled a local armor diver named Tamiko Suma.
What?
Apparently, she went out diving alone this morning and hasn't returned. That's likely what worried the witness the most.
That is troubling.
Damn it, just what we needed. More things to deal with. First things first, let's deal with this mermaid story. Come on. Nice. The mermaid story. We'll do one more underwater gathering. Or level up one more time, I should say. And then, because we want another swimming level, I think. I can see a lot of things. Being able to just swim over here, like, pretty easily would be really nice. Oh, there's a question mark? Yo. Beautiful. What have you found? It's a bird. It's a bird. Okay. I mean, everything here is also not going to be like many points worth now. Abalone really do be the only way to go. Do I want another diving point? I think actually maybe a diving point would be nice. Mockingbird number 12. This one is called Booby Bravo. Yo. Kind of reminds me of Penguin. of Emperor from Arknights. Caution, Emperor in area. There's apparently a sticker up here, which I might go back and get at some point. Probably next time I stream this. Might start with that. Yeah. Yeah, let's go over here. Anywhere near the, anywhere near the deeper part of the sea here is looking good. That's an abalone. That's also an abalone. That's not. I'm confident that I have enough diving energy to like just go up whenever I get the thing. Okay, so one more dive should do it then. Then I gotta figure out who we're gonna raid into. Because I wanna actually make sure that I raid someone every single time that I'm streaming. Build up a little bit of a community, you know. Hopefully, whoever I raid into isn't like immediately gonna end stream as soon as I get there, which has happened like multiple times recently. Can I get one more? Oh, that's an abalone. Should be fine. God, it's greed. It's greed. Nah, we're fine. We're totally fine. Yo, 1,000 points. Rating can be a bit like that sometimes, yeah. Let's get a diving point. Maximum level. Okay. We did it. Oh my god, I'm so happy with Paranormasight 2 so far. It's Peem. It's Peem. It's as good as the first one, at least. Already. Paranormasight, The Mermaid's Curse. If you haven't played the first Paranormasight, I highly recommend doing that. Because holy shit, that is one of my favorite games of all time. Anyhow, thank you all for coming. Who is live? Who is live? This person's playing Rabbit and Steel. Are they still playing? Open up the stream. This looks like they are still playing. They have been streaming for 5 hours. I'm not sure about that. I never know how long people stream for, though. Bonicular probably streams for a little bit longer. I'm gonna say hi to Bonicular. How about a funny little... Let's give him the sleepy raid. Thanks for coming, everyone. I really appreciate you sticking around, even through the spoilerific gameplay. Yeah, if you enjoyed stuff, follow me on YouTube, subscribe to me on Twitch, join the Discord. Do stuff. Come say hi sometimes. Alright, I'll see you folks.